almost over. We have 8 big boards left. We've been drafting for the entirety of spring. I think I've just about survived. So let's go ahead and close strong.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer.
Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon if you were watching this on playback. I hope that you were all having an absolutely phenomenal day. I hope that you all have enjoyed drafting in the big board. This is not going to be the final stream. The final stream is going to be tomorrow, Friday, April 18th. I believe that we are going to have some guests along with us to really close out the road to 250,000. But the agenda is going to be pretty simple today. We have 8 more big boards to do. I would like to get through 5. I would like to get through 5 big boards today. So I hope that means, that we are drafting quickly, if not necessarily well. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? From the very first draft that we did during the NFC Conference Championship game. Think about how long ago that was. Our very first draft happened as Jaden Daniels and Jalen Hurts were taking the field in the NFC Conference Championship game. GM Ty, GMK, GM to the neighborhood, GM to Sawston, GM to Best Ball on Call, GM to Mr. Artillery Frost. Finishing tomorrow, Nick. So we are not, we have 8 drafts left. I don't think I have it in me to do 8 drafts in one sitting. I definitely will need to, I would like to get 5 done today. That would be ideal. And then tomorrow, hope to have, at least Karain on, maybe Jacob, maybe Reeves. I don't know exactly, who is going to be on tomorrow, but, we are going to close it out hard tomorrow, to the road to $250,000. Let's do it. Let's hop on in to the big board. I guess I need to zoom out. There we go. Bang. There we go. Hopping on in. Do a CMC plus Derrick Henry to get your T spiking. I don't think I'm going to do that. What are the odds the winner is drafted in these next 2 days? Well, probably not the answer that you want to hear. But I would say it's about, how full is the tournament? Tournament's 90.9% full. I'd say the odds are about 9%. I mean, are there teams that were drafted in the first week of the contest that have insane amounts of closing line value? Sure. But I think that negates the role. I think that negates the role of luck, specifically pod luck, in these tournaments. Basically a question of valuing CLV or more info. I probably, if you made me go one way or the other, like, what do you think is better, CLV or more info? I would probably side on CLV. A lot of the information that Leone has uncovered in like the Best Ball Manifesto and stuff on Establish the Run has been that there is value in both closing line value from the start of the tournament to the end of the tournament, and there's also real live value, so like an in draft faller ends up being pretty valuable. And yes, as There, yes, as Goods mentions, he has 40 picks of CLV on Javonte. He has already won. Yeah, this might be the slowest a stream draft has ever filled. A lot of folks, I mean, we're all just hanging out. Stream just starts very early. This is not a time that I normally stream. I wonder who else is streaming today. I assume the Badge Brothers are they probably have 2 streams set up today. I don't think anyone that I subscribe to is set to stream today. I mean, we're gonna have ship chasing later in the day, but I don't think Peter's streaming. Don't think Liam is on the clock today. Hi Dallas, right behind us. Yes. Also, many people are maxed. Surprise at 101. Dr. J 21. Remember, everyone, don't have to draft well, but you do have to draft quickly. Hot take: the first round of the NFL draft is going to be least interesting. Our big boards won't get much clearer until day 2. I don't even know if that's a hot take. I think you're just right about that. Wow, Bowers at the 101. Shipping it. All right, we have got Dr. J 21, Mugatux, 80 Salmons, Ryan M 007, T-Strack 13, Clay Dog, ADW1, T Johns 10, Shaymaine, ET Martina, Kiss My Third Leg. Remember, boys, don't have to draft quickly. Don't have to draft well, but you do have to draft quickly. No reason to throw this draft out. I think Bowers is a totally defendable 101. I disagree pretty strongly with Liam on that one. And I will take whichever one of Bijan or Justin Jefferson. Mr. Ryan M 007 gives us. Boy, am I going to be blessed for the removal of auto drafts in Best Ball Mania 6. I think we need to prepare for Genty to be a Jaguar, looking more and more likely. I think that I disagree on that. Yeah, I think if you gave me the option to bet that minus 110 both ways, I would bet no. The Jaguars have much more compelling needs than running back. I think they probably can feel fairly fine with Mr. Bigsby and Mr. ETN in the backfield. I hope Underdog comes back to New York soon. I'm going to guess it probably doesn't come back all that soon. If it was going to come back very quickly, I think it probably already would have been done. So I would encourage you to plan for something else. I would encourage you to plan a vacation, a trip or something this summer if you're looking to get in on Underdog Fantasy, which you should do, which I used to do. I used to live in a banned state. Yeah, also there was the combine day. We used to be able to get Bayshell Tootin at pick 200. 100%. I think the combine was really the big informational day. Underdog will definitely be back in New York eventually. I just wouldn't be planning on it very soon. Give us a name in the top 50 you have fully faded. Don't really think there is one. Don't really think there's a name in the top 50 that I have a full on. I'm pretty light on Zay Flowers. I'm pretty light on Terry McLaurin, but nothing approximating a full fade. Just hard. Just too hard to have a full fade. Do I know any update on BBM database or if UD will finally add something in app? I know that that Jeremy, and I'm going to take Jonathan Taylor here. I know that Jeremy, who is the CEO of Underdog, has he and Nick Rudman have both sent tweets over the last couple weeks to the effect of, we're going to be improving the draft experience. Like Drew Dinkmeyer had a tweet about the NBA best ball finals and how frustrating the sweat on Underdog was. And Jeremy responded to Drew and was like, yeah, we're fixing this. So my assertion, and I'm not an Underdog employee, I'm not privy to these conversations, but my assertion from that was that they are hoping to have an improved experience there. If you live in New York and draft in another state and win big, yes, you pay New York taxes. What type of stat line does Bowers need to have this season to be going as the 101 in 2026? To be the 101, like the true 101, Bowers would need to have like a prime Rob Gronkowski season. That is really the only thing. So like Gronk's best ever season was actually his sophomore year, 1,300 yards and 18 touchdowns. Yeah, that's what it would have to be. It would have to be a touchdown per game. And shit, dude. I think Brock Bowers could be the 101. All right, I am going to, you know what? I'm going to do something different here. I'm going to take Garrett Wilson, who I never take, to give a slightly different texture to this draft. So we have Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, and Garrett Wilson. But Rob Gronkowski, can pull up his Pro Football Reference page here. Gronk in 2011, all 16 games, 90 receptions, 1,327 yards, 17 receiving touchdowns, also scored the rushing touchdown, which was not really a rushing touchdown. I think he 1,410 is not going to get him to be the 101. It especially because it's half PPR, right? It's all about touchdowns. Now, Kelsey has outscored every other tight end by 100 points in 2022. He outscored every other tight end by that many, and he still was not the 101. Frankly, there's probably no way for him to be the 101 on Underdog. I actually don't see any way in half PPR that a tight end could be 101. There's just too much. One, positionally, as Liam was noting yesterday when we were arguing about this, there's just too much emphasis placed on, just because you only need one of them. They have to score so many more points. Like if you think about it, what would be more valuable? Jamar Chase's season last year, where he was the best. You want that more at wide receiver than you do at tight end. Yeah, it would have to be like a 150 point cushion. It would have to be like a crazy amount of points per game to really get you over the hump. No, it's actually the opposite. The positional value, it's actually the opposite, because I think a kind of a key misunderstanding is actually just how important wide receiver scores are so important, because you have to start 3 of them. That just is the way it is. I actually, you know what? Shout out to Chess Liam. I am going to take James Cook on this one. James Cook in the mid-4th to go with Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, and Garrett Wilson, because I'll probably like the wide receiver coming back here in round 5 much more than I would like the running back, because I'm not a Joe Mixon or Chuba Hubbard drafter. Do we think this Mark Andrews talk is smoke, or could he actually be on the way out? Only places I could think of are the New York teams and the Chargers for contenders needing tight end. He could definitely go to the Chargers, no doubt about it. Yeah, how about just drafting the guy they can't tackle? Great letter from Ashton Genty yesterday on the Players Tribune. He said, it's called tackle football, right? Then why don't you draft the guy they can't tackle? Which I think is a great point. I am so excited to watch Ashton Genty play professional football. I think he is going to be so good. Don't buy the smoke screen. Andrews not going anywhere. I gotta say, man, there's a lot of smoke where there's fire as it pertains to Mark Andrews. The Ravens have been pretty open about how tradable, how movable of an asset that he is. I think vindicated by the decision to take Cook there. We are 4 picks away, and this dude on the turn, this man on the turn is auto drafting, which we absolutely hate to see. Anyway, any of these guys that are in the sidekick here, Sutton, Olave, Godwin, Waddle, Jennings, I'm honestly even Kittle, whereas the running backs who are going to be available are going to be guys that I don't particularly like. Wow, back-to-back auto drafters. God, you think you know a guy. He says he wasn't auto drafting. He says he was torn. Rahul, brother, you need to get your fingers nimble for draft season. We're very close, man. We're very, very close. All right. I'm going to take, you know what? I'm going to take a guy I hardly ever take here. I'm going to take Courtland Sutton because I'm actually in a weird spot with quarterback where McCarthy and Fields, their ADP is actually slightly ahead of where I have them ranked. And there's a pretty strong chance, especially when you have Sutton, that you get a Bo Nix fall there at 92. No, you never have to go Mixon at 54. Third running back there, CBK is jail. Third running back when you have Jonathan Taylor and James Cook is absolutely jail. Send you straight to jail. Who is the best player to flip the board with in the top couple picks? I think you got a couple options here. One, I think any of these wide receivers, BTJ, CeeDee Lamb, Puka, Nico, if you want to argue that they're flipping the board with them is quite strong. No arguments there. I think another thing you can do that I very rarely seen done is in round 2, taking the round 3 wide receiver. You know, at 21, take Garrett Wilson and then pair him up with Mike Evans. Those guys are not, one, super unique combo. You're just not going to get that combo. And, we pulled up Mike Clay's projections yesterday. I could pull up the projections again, but I'm gonna guarantee that Mike Evans and Garrett Wilson, for example, are very close to T. Higgins in absolute projection. Copy paste date is asking when 0.5 is all about touchdowns. How is third RB in the flex? Jail, because you start 3 wide receivers and 2 running backs. You are required to generate 3 wide receiver scores per week. I think you guys are really, really too focused on what happened in fantasy football last year and not focused enough on how points actually hit your lineup. I think we are all a bit too overconfident from how wide receivers go. Wow, whoever the Joe Burrow pusher in this draft is probably going to get him. I'm going to take Pearsall here, putting ourselves in another Purdy build. Maybe an argument for David Montgomery there. I think there's probably a chance that Caleb Johnson or James Conner gets back to me. And Ryan M007. I mean, what is the point? What is the point of that pick? What is this man trying to accomplish here? Absolutely brutal. Liam started running back this week, and it turned out pretty decent. I mean, yeah, I think I guess don't listen to me, brother. What do I know about anything? But I would say that you're just giving up a lot of points. Doesn't mean anything, but you're just giving up a shit ton of points. You know, if you look at how the rooms go, you are losing to the room in a pretty big way. Doesn't mean you'll lose in the end, but it does mean that you are losing theoretically, and you can decide if that matters or not. All right. So here you go, CBK. Here's your 2v2. Here's let me pull up his comment. Might need to go Mixon at 54. So here's your 2v2. I've got 53 Cortland Sutton and Caleb Johnson versus Matthew Golden and Joe Mixon. What do you think, CBK? Caleb Johnson and Cortland Sutton versus Joe Mixon and Matthew Golden. What do you say? Who scores more points in that group of players? I mean, shit. I like Matthew Golden, but in terms of points you would expect to have on your roster, I think probably Caleb Johnson and Cortland Sutton is best. Where would Fannin have to go to get some respect around here? That's a great question. I like Bengals probably. Bengals would be good. Cowboys would be really good. I don't know. What do we think? CBK says he likes Mixon and Downs, Mooney, Pittman. I gotta say that I disagree with quite a bit. Yeah, I disagree with that. I get what you're saying, but I disagree with it a lot. Wounded Geese is not a fan of the Pearsall pick. 5th option on San Francisco in 6th round feels bad. I get. Honestly, I think Wounded Geese got me there a little bit. He's probably right. I will say I'm just pretty high on all the San Francisco players. I take a lot of Purdy. I take a lot of Jennings. I take a lot of Pearsall. I have 8% of Kittle. I'm just very into the San Francisco offense. Mooney, a 1,000-yard receiver with Cousins. Yeah, I think Mooney's season is a little bit impressive, a little bit less impressive than we remember, though. This is just my opinion. His 2 big games both came against Tampa Bay, a Tampa Bay Buccaneers merchant. Mooney's fine, whatever. Mooney's fine. This is terrible. I'll bet you $1 million that stacking Burrow with Gesicki and Yoshi Boss does not win Best Ball Mania. That I do have to. I got to keep it real with you. It's really bad, in my opinion. All right, let's do. Should we take a receiver or tight end and see which quarterback gets back to us? Yeah, you know what? Let's just do something a little different. Let's take Jonnu, because I don't really care which one of these quarterbacks gets back to me. I'm going to do Jonnu there. Yeah, Burrow, Chase Brown, I think is fine. San Francisco just last year had players at 101 and 2 wide receivers in the 2nd round. 100%. I'm now wounded Geese is correct that, like, let's be real. Ricky Pearsall was a bad prospect. Ricky Pearsall was not a good, like, last year I was like, dude, Pearsall stinks. So it is more about the Shanahan tree, as it were. You know, that is I think a lot more what it's about. Yes, one of them, I don't know which one, but one of them's going to be bad, right? One of Ayuk, Pearsall, Kittle, one of these dudes is going to be dusted. JR71 Ball asked a question about a contest roadmap. Yeah, generally they will do a contest roadmap. They will have, all right, we're going to do Bo Nix here. Generally speaking, Underdog will let us know kind of what is coming. They might not spell it out exactly. They might not be like, oh, puppy on August first or whatever. But generally speaking, they will sort of let us know. I also agree with this. I used to be anti-Purdy. I used to say Purdy stinks. The 49ers shouldn't pay him, but I'm pro Purdy now. Yes, Ricky did have that unbelievable catch. If you've never seen it, the Ricky Pearsall catch. Crazy stuff from Ricky Pearsall. I don't know. In the end, I would probably say that the 49ers are one of the spots that I want to be highest on. Like I want to have Purdy Pearsall, I want to have Purdy Jennings, I want to have Purdy Ayuk, I want to have Purdy Kittle. Dude, I freaking took DeMarcus Robinson yesterday. Did you guys see that? I of all people, me, Davis Mattek, I took DeMarcus Robinson on a team yesterday. I think he is. Yeah. I think the 49ers have basically no option. This, to me, again, is just, this is not how I approach these tournaments. I don't really have any interest in coming, 13th in the big board. Just not really the way I play. But yeah, if you want to take what this dude do, he did Joe Burrow with no other Bengal. Yeah, I don't know. Frankly, I think it's pretty bad. But a lot of ways to what's the phrase? More than one way to skin a cat or whatever. Sure, why not? Now, Gesicki is like, if you have Burrow, obviously you should get Gesicki. But yes, Yoshi Voss, I'm sorry, man. We just don't know. It's true. We just don't know. Surely the way that I'll win is with a Bo Nix double stack. I mean, how could a Bo Nix double stack possibly go wrong? After 150 big boards, are you ready to shift your focus to week 17? I sure am. Go AZ Cards, Charles. Man, my shoulder is killing me today. Oh, just brutal shoulder for me today. I must have tweaked something bad lifting this morning. Yes, so this is the other thing. Look at this big board payout structure. What do you think you get for 11th place? It's crazy. You come in 50th in the big board. Oh man. There I believe yeah, you can come top 100 or top 200 and not make your money back on maxing. All right. Do I just take McCarthy here? He's not going to come back to me. I do have Jefferson. I feel, you know what? I'm going to, because I feel good about the running backs. JT, James Cook, Caleb Johnson. I feel very good about the receivers. Jefferson, Wilson, Sutton, Pearsall, Mims. We got Jonnu in there, so we can maybe even grab Tua at a discount. No, I wasn't benching. Oh man, you guys want to know? You know what I actually think I did? You guys are actually about to be impressed with me for one of the first times ever. I yesterday got up on a ladder, removed a motion sensor floodlight. You know, the one you have above your garage. My motion sensor just went kaput. Like basically it just wasn't working anymore. So I was like, okay, I got to get a new motion censored light. Uninstalled the old motion sensor light that was on my house when I got there. I'm up on a ladder. I've got my screwdrivers. I've got, I flipped the breaker off so there's no electricity there. I fucking installed a new motion sensor floodlight above my garage. I felt insanely manly. I was like, wow, dude, what a handy. I mean, I'm up there, attaching the electric wires, making sure the grounded wire is in there, putting on, what do they call it? Like a wire wire tip so that you put the white wire to the white wire, the black wire to the black wire, screw it in together. I felt insanely high T, but I actually think that is just being at that weird angle up on the ladder and stuff. I actually think probably is what happened to my shoulder. That's how you know I'm old. Wire nut. Thank you, Benjamin. Thank you, Benjamin. I knew there was a real man here. Less than a year into best ball, how quick do the first puppy and cheaper draft fills? Immediately. The fast puppy is going to fill so fast. Faster than you could even imagine. It does work. I tested it. It does work. Who are my top 5 rookie running backs? Ashton Genty, Amarian Hampton, Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins, and who's the 5th guy? Who's the 5th guy? Why am I forgetting who the 5th guy is? 1 second. You know what? I'm actually just going to take Tua here and be done. I'm going to do 3 quarterbacks and I'm going to be done. Why am I... Caleb. Yes, thank you. Who's literally on this team. Now, my truth serum, if you ask me my truth serum, that's how I have them ranked right now. But if you want to get me on truth serum, I would say my real rankings, like in my head, or if I was to do the Chris Sims thing and just put my film on, like I didn't know how fast these guys were. I didn't know anything. And I was just going to do them on film. I would do Ashton Genty 1, Caleb Johnson 2, Amarian Hampton 3, Devin Neal 4, and RJ Harvey 5. That is film only. That is like not caring about draft capital, not caring about anything else. That would just be like my base opinion as a guy on the couch watching these dudes play. Oh man, wide receivers kind of got gobbled up in this one. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do Jake Ferguson. He's like a good tight end too on this one. Yes, RJ Harvey and Damon Martinez, big dark horse. As a Montana man, I thought you came preloaded as at least a Carpenter. I'm a little more handy than your average best ball streamer. I would say, like, if you put me and Karain in a handiness competition, I would probably be more handy than Karain, but I certainly am not a Carpenter. I did see the Daniel Jeremiah quote that the league is down on Scatabo because he has no juice. I did see that. I mean, I think we're trending towards Scatabo probably being a round 4 pick. Yes, you if you are as loaded on Harvey and Giddens as I think you are, you do need a little bit more Neal. Yes, Deuce Vaughn would have been a film-only all-star for sure. There was another comment that I wanted to get to. Honest question, have you drafted every day since the big board dropped? No, not in the big board, because I've streamed all 150 of my drafts, brother. So you can see, if you want to watch all 150 of these, you can go and see them on this YouTube channel, brother. Now, have I been on the Dog app every single day? Absolutely, I have. I've been drafting a lot of MLB on Underdog. You guys want to see something funny? Look at this. Wednesday main slate, 4/16/25. 25 drafts, $0 returned. Check that yesterday in MLB. Very, very funny. All right. Let's get back to what we're doing. Probably a running back here. How have your pre-draft rookie drafts gone? Well, bad news on that front. One of mine got pushed back. So we got through like 3 rounds, and then one of the guys in the league, RJ Harvey went, all right, I'm gonna take Wicks just because it's clearly a last of a tier here. So one of my pre-draft rookie drafts got pushed back, but yeah, they're going pretty well. You know, it's basically matching kind of what I expected. I just wrote an article about rookie draft strategy yesterday on patreon.com/Davis Mattek. Well, I check coolers. I check projections for pitchers. So I'll check the bat for pitcher projections, but I do not look at hitter projections at all. And maybe I need to. Yeah, I did I've done about 30 dances, I think. 42 dances. Oh, I did 32 dances, 10 little dances. Yeah, so I've done some NBA playoff best ball. All right, we are at Bo Nix double, JJ McCarthy with Justin Jefferson, Tua with Jonnu, Jonathan Taylor, James Cook, Caleb Johnson, Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Cortland Sutton, Ricky Pearsall, Marvin Mims, Dontavian Wicks. This is probably a 7 running back team, I would think. We probably don't need an 8th wide receiver. I would guess we don't really need. Do we need an 8th wide receiver when Dontavian Wicks is your wide receiver 6? Probably not. Ooh, got a Granger ad. Keep up the handyman talk. All right. That's what I'm talking about. You know what? On this team with JT and Cook, Damian Martinez makes more sense than Jalen Wright or Braylon. We need a little bit more ceiling there. Gonna throw a Damian. Yeah. Cardi Merchant. Eggers, you had a good finish last night, right? Didn't you have Cardi, you finished 3rd in MLB Main last night, I believe. So shout out to you, brother. Living the dream. Home Depot ad. Handyman talk is hitting. All right. So to finish this off, maybe round 20 we can take another tight end. But I think we're good at 7 wide receivers, and we could maybe even do a rookie wide receiver for round 7, or for our wide receiver 7, and then probably 7 running backs. Ooh. I lost my company's Home Depot debit card last week. Tough. All right. JR71 Ball really wants me to take Montrell Johnson Jr. I got to be honest, as someone who plays a lot of college football DFS, I don't love it, but let me run the RotoViz sim score comps for him. Yeah, Ellick, Royals, Horton. I've been doing the dance streams. On this channel, people are not interested in basketball. The basketball streams do not get any views, which is okay, you know. Great thumbnail. Thank you, sir. Good morning, Frankie. How you doing, brother? 2nd best speed score at the combine. Your prediction, which position will be a 2026 riser and fall? Well, I mean, pretty simple, brother. Running backs are going very... Oh, I think in 2026 it'll snap back. Sorry, I misread your question. In 2026, wide receiver ADP will be pushed all the way back up because the 2025 NFL season is not going to feature 33% of the wide receivers drafted in the top 100 picks. going on season-ending IR. Yes, Mike Clay knows ball. Has J.J. McCarthy projected as quarterback 12. Bang. We do. Damn. That is brutal. Io Manor just absolutely. That is brutal, dude. That sucks. Oh, all right. We need a running back. Let's do Shipley chasing. That I just got stabbed in the heart. Any big stances? Biggest stance I took was I took secondary Thunder players. I took a lot of Aaron Wiggins, a lot of Lou Dort. I took like reserve Thunder players. Where would you have the over-under on Shadur's pick? Probably 8.5, where I was doing it. Yeah, Donovan Edwards. I do have some Donovan Edwards teams. I do have some Donovan Edwards teams in the big board. Kelsey's BBM ADP, it's not going to change much. It might fall down a little bit. He might get like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 picks cheaper or something. All right, Montrell Johnson. We're going all over this place. I got to look up his combine numbers to run them correctly. All right, so Montrell Johnson at the NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis weighed in at 212. He ran a 4.41 40-yard dash. Did he do the short shuttle agility drills? He did. He ran a 4.29 shuttle, which I think that's pretty good. 4.29 shuttle. All right, we do need a wide receiver here. Frankly, I want it to be a rookie though. Yeah, we'll do Torrey Horton here. Torrey Horton, here's a who. Someone in Travis Hunter's camp needs to get in his ear and convince him to just focus on wide receiver. I absolutely disagree with that, and let me tell you why. Travis Hunter wants to be a legend. Travis Hunter wants to be an NFL legend. And frankly, I think that is cool. I think it is cool to want to be a legend. I think it is super cool to want to be the greatest. And that's what he wants. He wants to be an awesome receiver. He wants to be an awesome corner. He wants to significantly impact winning for his team. Yes. Couldn't have said it better myself. Dream big, brother. I think that is absolutely the way to be if you're Travis Hunter. If you have Travis Hunter's both God-given gifts and what he has worked for, his ability to understand space, his ability to learn routes, his ability to learn offense, and his ability to, like, a very tricky thing about playing defensive back is you have to learn how to respond to the behavior of your opponents. You have to learn what it means when a wide receiver does whatever with his hip. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he should lose that knowledge. See, I think they will though. I think they will pay him for 2 positions. No, and it's bugging the shit out of me. I cannot remember the round 20 wide receiver I got excited about. Have I commented about Egggate? I don't know what that is. Both McCaffreys. Yeah, a McCaffrey pick. A rundown on Isaac Tesla. No production, but it was. I promise you, it was not Jahan Dotson. I promise you, it was definitely not Jahan Dotson. Anyway, Montrell Johnson. I'm going to give him a draft pick of 170 in the box score scout. I keep coming back to him. GM, Mr. Kovalchuk. Yeah, I think I would rather have Thornton than Tesla. It wasn't Turpin. It'll come back to me eventually. I do like Turpin. Oh yes, I did weigh in. Sam Berman's tweet, insane. Insane the way he organizes his eggs. Absolutely insane. All right, we have got all right, more Jaden Blue. I don't even think Jaden Blue is good, but sure. We'll keep drafting him. All right, best comps for Montrell Johnson. They actually look okay. Wow. All right. I promise it was not Lambert Smith. I am out on that dude. I am out on Lambert Smith. Keaton Mitchell is definitely draftable. Yes. Now, these comps, who do you guys think the best possible comp would be for Montrell Johnson? Because it's Isaiah Pacheco from Rutgers. 64 yards per game for Johnson, 56 for Pacheco. Both were lightly used in the receiving game. Both were super fast. Both weighed about 215. Bryce Love from Stanford, another one that shows up. Mike Weber, if you guys remember him. Chris Thompson from Florida State. He does stink, Nick. Let's just we can draft him and just keep it real. Yeah, Andrew Barry knows. Andrew Barry knows. GM Bryson. How are you doing, brother? How are you doing? I prefer Montel Jordan. Stay woke. Okay. So we have a 3-6-7-2 with Bo Nix, JJ McCarthy, Tua, JT, James Cook, Caleb Johnson, Damian Martinez, Will Shipley, Jaden Blue, Jefferson, Wilson, Sutton, Pearsall, Mims, Wicks, and Horton. Is Woody Marks this year's Kyron? If it is, I'm gonna stay poor. If Woody Marks is this year's Kyron, I'm gonna stay poor. I don't even think I have Woody Marks ranked, brother. Let's get a fun running back. Who's a running back who just like doesn't get drafted? Corey Kiner's kind of fun. All right, there you go. Montrell Johnson Jr. That is for my boy JR71. My man is on his way to school. Have you ever tried drafting while on substances? I don't drink, man. I don't drink or do drugs. Sorry to disappoint. There you go. That was for you, bro. Tell me the name of this artist track and instrumental. This is the StreamYard default music. They give you 7 options: acoustic, cinematic, dance pop, daydreaming, feeding the ducks, which is the music that Peter Overzet uses, into space, lo-fi, night driving, and rock. This is the night driving instrumental. Bro is making up names and drafting them. Have you ever drafted a team while on weed, man? So the issue with Scadaboo gaining weight and becoming a fullback is just like brutal for, like, he wants to be a running back. Imagine tripping and then being like, bro, you can get Michael Wilson in round 20. Wow, I said I don't do drugs, and Andrew Mackins instantly got a Hims ad. No. All right, I'm just sorting by ADP. Let's see if I can find who it was. It wasn't Ricky White. It wasn't Nick Nash. Rondale might have been there. Chamiri DK. You know what? Was it Michael Gallup? Was it Michael Gallup? It might have been Michael Gallup, dude. It might have been it. Now we're past dudes who don't even have an ADP. I did take Rondale the other day. I did draft Gallup yesterday. It was not Bobo. Ricky does make a good point. You kind of need a fullback mentality. I've never drafted on Ozempic, but brother, I should. Oh, all my tight ends went. All the tight ends I like went. Oh, man. All right, someone said I have to draft Woody Marks. There's a Woody Marks share. Oh, I will. Yes, I will sauce you. Your long irons are bad right now. All right, Brady, I got a drill for you. It's a very simple drill. It's the Scotty Scheffler drill. This is what I'm doing right now. You just do your normal swing, Brady. But in your takeaway, when you get to the top of your takeaway and you're about to start your downswing, so you're all the way at the top and you're about to come down, sweep your back leg, which I'm assuming you're right-handed, so it's your right leg. Sweep your right foot and pull it back. Just take and you just slide it back, a foot, 18 inches or whatever. And what that does is it causes you to get that hip turn exactly the way you want it. I mean, dude, if Taysom, JR, if we knew that Taysom was healthy, if I knew that Taysom was healthy, ready to go week 1, I'd have him ranked like tight end 15, I think. All right. Final team. Oh, wait, hold on. I owe a sauce to Mr. T-Strack13. My dude got gifted Jahmyr Gibbs and then backed it up by taking a white, scrappy slot wide receiver on a half PPR site. The worst pick in the 3rd round, Terry McLaurin. Amarian, I hope and pray he goes to the Broncos. Hampton, Jalen Waddle, surely he'll be healthy, and that'll really work out. Sam Laporta, he's not going to miss Ben Johnson. Matthew, fake 40 Golden. Stephon, torn ACL Diggs. Jared, I hope he doesn't play outside in week 17 Goff. Justin, I promise you he's good. Herbert, Colston, I hope I get drafted by my college coach Loveland. Quentin, body catch Johnson. Javonte, due to be replaced Williams. RJ Harvey, good pick. Kyle, I just learned who Chris Sims is. Williams. Io Manor, you sniped him for me. Hate that. Elijah Chaperone Mitchell. Jordan Dane Brugler James. Sean Tucker. Elijah Arroyo. Beautiful. Got my 150 in yesterday. I enjoyed drafting with you this spring. Thanks for all the streams and info. Thank you, Beck. Thank you. I was gonna say I can't slander RJ Harvey. Okay. There we go, man. So that was we're getting close. All right, man. Let's hop in this next one and feed the dogs. This is big board 143 of 150. You were looking at an underdog partner here on the stream, sir. Promo code Davis. Yeah, I'll do a theme for this one if someone gives a good super chat suggestion. I can't be wasting these bullets though. The Big Ten team was brutal. I had absolutely nothing to say about Sean Tucker. Absolutely nothing. Joey, I am not a good golfer, sir. I am I'm about a 15 or 16 right now. I don't hit driver off the tee really, so I can't really make birdies. I mean, I'm okay. I can get around, but you would not mistake me for a good golfer. Yeah, draft 150 has to be full fucking slap. All right, we have got Jake. We've got Rahul, who's not drafting quickly. Wow, my old nemesis, Patrick Barnes YouTube. We got Jay Genzel 2. We got Voodoo Hang. We got Iron Lung. We got Jimmy. We got Hot Sizos. We got T Johnson 10. So remember, boys, we're drafting quickly, if not well. I could do 2 at a time, but I really don't want to. Could do 2 at a time. It's bad TV, bad YouTube to do 2 at a time because you can't focus on anything. What's the issue with the driver? I mean, just classic, try and swing too hard and get the bad slice, or turn my hands around too quickly and I get a duck hook. It's just it's a hard. I don't have the full banana slice. I definitely do not have the full banana slice, but it's also not good. It's fine. All right. So we started big board 143 with Saquon Barkley. Maybe we do like a real hero running back and just say, all right, if the Barkley people are right, they better be right. Did I see the Ari Mirov report that the Browns GM sees Hunter? No, but that makes sense to me. I don't swing very hard. So this year, and I've only played 3 times. This year I am hitting my driver. So I'm just taking it. As it comes. Wow, guys, I've golfed with this man, Mr. Carey. We met out at Gateway National. This is a good dude. What do they call him? This dude's a stick. This guy's pretty good. He's got to see. He's seen my swing in person. And Carey, man, let's play soon, brother. I would love to get out. Gateway National is a very nice course here in the St. Louis Metro. I think the tush push is just like, how could they possibly ban a play? So stupid. So I do go to Topgolf, and for whatever reason, I'm actually very good at Topgolf. I can smoke my buddies who are better golfers than me at Topgolf. I think because it's basically wedges. It's wedges and like 140-yard irons. All right, we are gonna do a weirdo draft here. Just prepare yourself. I'm gonna do something weirdo here. Oh man. All right, first I'm gonna take DJ Moore. So I'm flipping the board that way. Just got a question about flipping the board. What do I think the most successful running back meta will be? It'll be hero running back 1,000,000,000%. It'll be not even a doubt in my mind. It will be hero running back. Bijan and 5 wide receivers, Henry and 5 wide receivers. All right, this is what you call double flipping the board. How many teams have DJ Moore and Marvin Harrison together? Bet not very many. Michael, I do this. So Michael, with my longer clubs, so like driver, 3-wood, 4 or 5 iron, I kick my left foot open like this. I do like, you know, like I angle my left foot. Yes. Rahul did this last draft. So there you go. Well, you know, some people know ball. 30% Marvin Harrison. Are you an Ohio State guy, or are you a Marvin Harrison guy, or are you just a ball knower? What's the logic? Like I said, man, I can get around the course. I'm just not good. No one would ever go golf with me and be like, "Oh, yeah, that guy's really good. He's you know, I can get around, and I can make some the strength of my game is my short game. I'm pretty good with the wedges. Oh, Jeremiah Smith, if he remains on the trajectory he's at right now, I wonder, here's a good question. Will Jeremiah Smith do what JSN did and just not play as a junior? JSN basically just said, football, dude, I don't need it. Let me check right now. On my 18 birdies, my 18 birdies has me as a 16.8. 16.8 is what my 18 birdies has me as. Yeah, Jeremiah Smith would go. Would Jeremiah Smith go ahead of Hunter? I don't think so. I don't really have a home course. St. Louis is sort of an annoying. St. Louis is sort of an annoying place to be a golfer, because if you live where I live, so I live in the suburbs, I don't live in the city. And because I live in the suburbs, the only golf courses actually close to me are very expensive private country clubs. Like, $35,000 a year country clubs. The Marv DJ Moore combo is more common than you think. Yeah, it probably wasn't that uncommon in early drafts. So we've got Barkley, Moore, Marv. So we've got Kyler set up. We've got Caleb set up. What are we going to do? I want to steer into the hero running back thing. I do want to do a real hero running back build. So maybe the move is to take Kittle here. You know what? I am going to take George Kittle. We're gonna have a weirdo team. This is gonna be a schizophrenic style team. Jeremiah Smith will likely be the 101 in any draft without Josh. Yeah, truly. We could do Addison with Moore. I like that. All right, yeah, let's do that. We'll do Addison, so we'll set up the divisional stack. That gives us Caleb, Purdy, Kyler, and McCarthy. And we are just counting on Barkley to be a hero. Dated a girl once who was a member at Old Warson in St. Louis. That is a very nice course. Yes, it is. It sure is. You know what? I do think Ollie Gordon. Where are you guys at on Ollie Gordon? I'm still a real believer in Ollie Gordon. I mean, maybe a real believer. I don't know if that's true. But I do feel as if Ollie Gordon has done enough that some NFL team is going to want to give him a go. I mean, let's just look at his 2023 game logs for Ollie Gordon. I'm sorry, dude. This is... God, I got to get all these freaking ads out of here, man. Tilting me to the roof. I got to turn my ad blocker on. So this was Ollie Gordon's season in 2023. So obviously, like, barely plays in these non-conference games. Then, Big 12 season, 18 for 121, 21 for 136, 29 for 168, including 6 for 11 as a receiver, 29 for 282, 25 for 271 against a team that had made the college football playoff, right? University of Oklahoma, huge game, rivalry game, my school, 33 for 138. He did randomly have this terrible game against UCF. I do not remember this game at all against UCF. Then against Houston, 25 for 163 and 3, 34, 166 and 5 against BYU. Unreal. Conference championship against Texas. I mean, basically they get blown out and then smashes in their bowl game. I believe. I believe more than the average person does. I like him more than the market. Ollie Gordon still has life. I think we could see Ollie Gordon be a good fantasy value. Senior Bowl, yes. Ollie was sick at the Senior Bowl, and I think these guys are pretty close. Ollie Gordon is my new Damian Martinez. I think they're pretty similar. Yes, this is exactly what happened. Ollie Gordon got a DUI. Obviously his college football head coach, Mike Gundy, is a huge dick, and I don't think he and Ollie Gordon really got along. But yes, Ollie Gordon, I believe more than I should. Nick, can you say that that DUI is a red flag if you're a Jordan Addison drafter? That's what I'm saying, brother. I knew you loved Addison. Gundy should give him more touches. Gundy loves DUIs. The backstory is my dad and all his brothers went to Oklahoma. I wanted to go to the University of Oklahoma, but they didn't give me enough money to go there. I'm avoiding Judy on this one. Ooh. All right. Jacoby Myers. Stay woke. Gives me another quarterback. Gives me a dome player. So I just grew up being an Oklahoma fan, and they K-State gave me more scholarship money. Is really what it came down to. All right, now we're going to go Burden. So we got our ceiling there. So we now have a wide receiver room of DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, and Luther Burden. We got our floor and our ceiling done in one turn. I like that move a lot, actually. The safe guy and then the wide round guy. When you're wearing rose-colored glasses, all flags look the same. Jennings or Jacoby? I mean, definitely Juwan Jennings for me. Wow, small world. Salted Cod's dad and most of his brothers went to Oklahoma as well. Ooh, this is a good one. If you were handicapping Steelers Week 17 quarterback, what are the top two odds? Wow. Ooh. Steelers Week 17 quarterback. I mean, right now, I think I would handicap I think I would say Jalen Milroe is the favorite. I think I would say Jalen Milroe and Aaron Rodgers. If you made me do it right now without the foresight of where they go, anything going on with Rodgers, I think I would say Milroe, and Rodgers. We got that video of Aaron Rodgers throwing to, well, I can't remember, was it Pickens or Metcalf? Was it Pickens or Metcalf? That I don't remember, but we got the video of him throwing there. DK, there we go. Milroe to the Browns, sounding more and more likely. Man. Steelers get the third win of the season in Week 17 with Milroe. That I disagree with. I disagree with that quite heavily. I like Milroe more than the average. Yes, Tommy Reese was with Milroe at Bama as well. Tommy Reese, a long and storied career for Mr. Reese, who's now, what is he, the offensive coordinator of the Browns? Crazy. Played at Old Notre Dame, Tommy Reese. Yeah, Pickens won't be a Steeler, so it won't matter. Yeah, he will probably get traded. Hampton, I don't think Hampton makes it past the Broncos, but I would not spend a first-round pick on Amari Hampton. If I was an NFL general manager, if I was in control, I would not be taking Amari Hampton in the first round. Will Rodgers hate the rookie running back trying to compete with Warren? I'd have to go deeper into Rodgers' history to look into that. Do I agree with the sidekick, Caleb over Kyler? I mean, the sidekick is basically just doing RNG there. Well, and I think on decisions that are that close, the sidekick is basically telling you this decision doesn't matter and you should mix and match it. Pat likes the thumbnail, brother. My boy Pat Moore likes the thumbnail. I was pretty proud of that one. All right, I'm going to snap Kyler off here if Jake doesn't take him. Kyler Murray, University of Oklahoma. Bang. Was Adrian Peterson my idol? No, that it was not before my time. But CBK, I'm actually even older. My idol at Oklahoma was Josh Heupel, the now and now let's do Purdy, Kittle. My favorite Sooner was Josh Heupel. Should have won the Heisman over Chris Winkie. Won the national championship over Florida State. Yes. Yeah, he finished second in the Heisman. But he was my favorite Sooner. Jason White. Loved Jason White. Yes, Josh Heupel did get giga fat. All right, so we have got Kyler Murray, Brock Purdy, Saquon Barkley, DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, Luther Burden, and George Kittle. A true hero running back build. And structurally, I mean, God, this is just going to fit like a glove. We're not going to have to take any dusty wide receivers we don't want. We have quarterback. We could take a third. We don't have to. Kittle, we can feel fine taking 2. We could take 3. This is a great spot. Marcus Dupree was disbanded Brotherhood's favorite Sooner. Actually, my all-time favorite Sooner player, and none of you guys are going to remember this fella at all. This is going to be truly a one-of-one Davis Mattek situation. Like, if we're playing Remember That Guy, I'm going to be the only one that remembers this guy. But a young man by the name of Quentin Griffin. My favorite. I did love Roy Williams, the safety, as well, but Quentin Griffin was far and away my favorite Sooner back in the day. With Milroe and Dart, will Milroe and Dart be first rounders? Seems like teams that would like them would really want the 5th-year option. Yes. My guess is that actually both of them end up being first rounders. Jermaine Gresham, Cincinnati Bengals loved it. This is not exactly fair, Will, that Sam Bradford was so bad he made them change the rookie contract rules. It's not exactly fair. JR, you cannot put this in my head that the Chiefs and Mahomes would go scorched earth out of spite. You gotta stop saying things like that to me. What Week 17 matchup would be best for your soon-to-be 150 big board teams? It would be like Chiefs at 49ers in perfect weather. It would be like Chiefs 49ers with a 54.5 point total. That would be the perfect way for a Week 17 to go for me. Schefter and Tannenbaum had a spirited debate this morning about how many round 1 quarterbacks. Schefter took the under on 2.5. Jermaine Gresham was in my bowling league. That is badass. Who do I think is the most undervalued Chief on the board? I mean, Worthy. I think Worthy has Tyreek seasons in his ranges of outcomes. I'm like the only one who believes it, but that is what I believe. The reason why Olave is risky, Lutz, is that he's had 5 concussions in 4 years, and so he's now on the Tua train as it pertains to concussions. That's why people think Olave is risky, because when you enter that realm of concussions, there's basically like a cascading effect. All right, let's do... Frick, I was going to take Jordan Mason. All right, I'm keeping it moving. I'm taking Loveland. I'm taking Colston Loveland because I don't care about the difference of any of those running backs. So now we have basically hyper elite tight end, really good quarterback situation. Now it is time to start hammering some mid-tier running backs. You know what? I'm taking Tootin. Barkley Tootin. They can't stop me, even if they wanted to stop me. TJH agrees with me on Worthy. Chiefs 49ers with Martinez on the Chiefs and Genti on the 49ers. I wish the Chiefs would make football again. I don't really think they're that interested in it, but I wish they would. I believe it is backed up by data. That concussions get worse as they, as it extends. Yes, Sidney Crosby did get over some pretty serious concussion issues. Do you guys remember that game that Tony Pollard looked like he had a head injury, but he had that special helmet with the neck protector? Do you guys remember that? The special, it like pinches the veins in your neck, or it like stabilizes your neck, I think. But it's a special concussion helmet, and Tony Pollard looked like he got a concussion, and then because he had this neck stabilizer thing, He didn't get concussed and was able to stay in the game. CBK, man, I love you and I respect you. But I feel fairly strongly that Kareem Hunt is unlikely to be active for the Chiefs this year. Yes. The Q collar. Thank you. Yes. It's not a helmet. It's like KT tape on your neck. Keeps more blood in your head. Provides more cushion for impact. I am in a one and done league for professional golf. I'm in the Pat Mayo one and done, and I took Scotty this week. A lot of money in this one. Lutz, I've lost the thread on what you're saying. Apologies. I'm not saying concussions aren't bad. I'm asking whether concussion history makes. So it's not that it makes. It's not that it makes subsequent concussions more likely. It's that it makes subsequent concussions worse. It's not about making them more likely. It's about them getting worse. Yeah, more susceptible to worse ones in the future. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I have no. The most random player who spikes week 17. Most random player who spikes week 17. Dontavian Wicks. How you like that? GM Joey. How we doing, brother? All right. So it's time to start hammering some running backs. We have Kyler with Marv. We have Purdy with Kittle. We have Barkley and Tootin as our running backs. DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, Luther Burden, George Kittle, and Colston Loveland are our tight ends. Maybe we do. Oh, please not Najee. Please not Najee. Wait, why are you NVMing me? Yeah, it's just my name, bro. It's just my name. And I don't think I've gotten a win yet this year. I think I'm in like 3,000th place. Yeah, I'm in 2,544th place in the Pat Mayo race for the Mayo Cup. Oh, Rashad White, week 17. My God, that would be a real dunk. All right, I'm going to snap off 2 running backs at this pick. I guess Trey Benson makes sense. And then maybe one of Giddens or Harvey here. And then our 6 wide receiver maybe we only do 6 wide receivers on this team. Because I think if you do 6 wide receivers, but you have, well, no, it'll probably be 7. I think you got it, Nick. I think we got to do Benson on this one, brother. Well, I'll do Harvey first, and then whichever vet comes back around. Wow, my boy's hip to Sean Tucker. You know, the guy right after me is also doing a hero running back build. So maybe I should have been more woke to that. He's probably bummed out that I took RJRB. Or maybe not, because he's using the entire clock. Rico Dowdle is the best handcuff on the board. I disagree with that, I think. Ayuk is going to bury everyone week 17. Well, he's definitely going to bury me. If you could look into the future and only see players either week 17 fantasy scores or full year fantasy scores, what do you think would be more advantageous? I mean, it's definitely week 17. Not even close. It's week 17 because you don't get any money for advancing 150 teams. You could advance. You could advance 150 teams and get. And in fact, there were guys. What didn't FFB Wizard advanced? What he advanced 75% of his teams or something. bbmdb.com. FFB Wizard. Was there an underscore in there? I'm trying to remember if there was an underscore in his name or not. But yeah, week 17 versus full season perfect knowledge. You would definitely want if your goal was to win first place. Yeah, dude advanced 46% of his teams. And didn't 69 teams that didn't get, I believe. I want to say not only did he not get one of the finals, he might have not even gotten one to the semifinals. Now, this is also true. You could have the full week 17 fantasy data and still not draft the winning team due to pod luck. Now, of course, that is true. And even if you had the week 17 full data, you wouldn't advance that many teams. You know, there were many guys last year who were poor advance rate pieces who did well in the finals, and then vice versa. Let's look at FFB Wizards' highest scoring team. So Tua, well, let's look at his, oh, you can't look at the week 17 points. Tua, Kirk, Darnold. So Tua was a loss. Cousins was a loss. A-Chain was a win. Henry was a win. Jacobs was a win. Mixon was a win. Kamara was a win. Chase was a win. Hopkins, L. Dubs, L. Mike Williams, L. Darnell Mooney, win. Wandale, loss. Mims, slight win. Njoku, win. Woods, huge L. Sanders, huge L. And this was the 264th highest scoring team in the entire tournament. If you did have week 17 data and did a full 150, you could definitely get there as long as you you would have to diversify your builds enough. Well, except it would be no guarantee week 16, week 15. I think I'd take the EV of knowing how to construct a good distribution of teams that should make it through to the finals and hope I have enough different teams more than min cash. Yeah, well, no wide the only wide receivers who mattered last year, I guess it was really just Chase. Chase was the only wide receiver. Yes, I guess if you knew week 17, it would give you a huge edge. You'd know exactly what to do with your late round picks. You'd have a really good idea with what to do with your late round picks. Do I believe McVay when he says Tutu Atwell is going to play a lot? Yeah, I think he'll play a lot. Now, what does a lot mean? Could be different. Guys, we all need to try and get in the next draft together because these drafts are taking about a bazillion freaking years. All right. I'm doing a moonshot Kyle Williams team on this one. And then we're going back to the running backs. GM to my boy over on twitch.tv/Davis Mattek. We need a running back. The aforementioned Ollie Gordon is going to join our room. We're going to keep taking running backs. Puka and Devontae, sure, might not play all 17 games. Yes, fun fact. Chase's score did not get used in the Week 17 BBM winners lineup. Yeah, Week 17 is 8 players. You have 10 more spots to try and get you to the finals. Yeah, I do love all my boys who use their free Amazon Prime over at twitch.tv/Davis Mattek. Great boys. great men, possibly women, who help out over at twitch.tv/Davis Mattek. Yes, the winner did have Chase, I believe. Almost certainly the winner had Chase. Scotty is -3 through 5 over at the RBC Heritage. All right, so this is where we are at through 15 rounds. Kyler Murray and Brock Purdy, Saquon Barkley, Bayshell Tootin, RJ Harvey, Trey Benson, Ollie Gordon, DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, Luther Burden, Kyle Williams, George Kittle, and Colston Loveland. The hero running back, we might end up going for 8. I'm not gonna promise anything, but I think the answer is yes, Rusty. We will be leaning towards there being a swole cutta for all of the major championships this year. I would say leaning towards yes, that there will be a swole cutta for members of the Swolecast channel. Man, round 14, Kyle Williams. Who knew? Who knew that Chris Sims was going to tip the entire market on its head? I believe you only get the goat horns for winning a daily, not just I think if you're in the particularly if you're in a chop for playoff best ball, I don't believe you get the horns. Does Liam have the horns when he's in a room? I've never paid attention. We got a Ben Albright retweet that you guys might be interested in. Broncos are hiring former University of Tennessee assistant coach Brian Niedermeyer in a quality control type role on the defensive side of the ball. Something to note, Niedermeyer, who played tight end and has a background coaching tight ends, was on Mason Taylor's high school coaching staff in 2021. So there you go. Yeah, you do have to go into your settings and choose to wear it. How often are you mixing in tight end twos and elite offenses? Very, very rarely. Almost never. Rory paid out $730 something in the swole cutta. Jared got the goat horns, and I'm not even sure how. Probably playoff best ball. Jared. Oh, I don't know who got recap for Mr. Chad Candles is the one who handled the payout math. I was not involved in the payout math. All right. Well, here's a real question. Do we do a third quarterback on this one? I wonder if we do. I guess you probably do. With Kyler and Purdy, I think you do probably do a third quarterback. Yeah, you don't want me in charge of math, brother. I have a computer do my math for me. All right, we got Gino here. Now, you all need to prepare yourself. The next draft we do, we're speed running. We're getting one done. We're getting one done in 20 minutes. 25 minutes maybe. But it's going to happen. You can get the goat horns from winning a double up. Didn't Peter win a double up? Didn't Peter finish first in the double up during cash game week? Very funny. All right. Our final wide receiver on this build. Yeah, sure. Let's add in Wandale. Don't love it, don't hate it. And then our final 3 picks are probably going to be running backs. Probably making a trip from New York to draft some BBMs. Do you think it drops next Saturday or Sunday? I mean, I would guess I would guess that it's going to be next. Just to be safe, I would plan on Monday. But I would I would man, I don't know. Even Monday might not be that safe. Just look back. I did win a daily NBA contest. Yes, last year BBM dropped on Saturday. Dude, did you know that Mason Taylor is actually Jason Taylor's son? They're dropping it as soon as Mr. Irrelevant is read. That I don't think is true. But maybe it is. Shit. All right, Karain is in for Friday morning. So we will be finishing the big board with Karain tomorrow. Yeah, big board freaking came out the day of the conference championships. Wow, Mason Taylor went. I guess we spoke truth to power there. All right, how are we going to finish this one up? We have our 3 quarterbacks. Our running back room is painfully thin. We do have our hero Barkley. We have Tootin, we have Harvey, we have Trey Benson, we have Ollie Gordon. We have DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, Luther Burden, Kyle Williams, Wan'Dale Robinson, George Kittle, and Colston Loveland. Yes. Do not base your trip based on what Adam is saying in the chat. I can ask Numi. It's true. Me and Karain, we have been cooking. They've been really good. I will. You know what? I'm gonna ask Numi right now. Numi, the people want to know when BBM drop next week. And I will reply back to you. All right, we definitely need another running back. I really would have liked Elijah Mitchell or Justice Hill on this team. You know what? Best I can do is Jaleel McLaughlin. He feels like Jaleel will at least be active in week 1. He will at least I feel pretty good. Yeah, we need to know if we need to request time off work. Ty Johnson. So the issue with Ty Johnson is I could see Ty Johnson pretty easily getting cut. All right, hot take. Week 17 is all that matters, but I don't care that much about the schedule. And I'm going to do Jaden Blue as my final running back here. Maybe we take one more. Obviously, the schedule matters, but I think the closing line value of what you get in the first couple days of the contest, I think the CLV. Ty Johnson did get re-signed, but his deal is like nothing. Ty Johnson got signed to a 2-year, $5 million total deal that had a signing bonus of $1 million, but only $1.4 million guaranteed. He can be cut for like no dead cap. No, I think you're. I would not bet on Ty Johnson getting cut, but it would not be impossible to me. Yeah, I think Herzig is right about this, as he is right about most things. Week 17, of course, matters, exists. You should factor it in. But But the CLV you're going to get on opening day is pretty crazy. Wow, a Chase Bowers, AJ Brown team not getting canceled. Love to see that for you. GM, Travioli. Yeah, I should. Maybe I'll do a video. All right. Per Mr. Numi. April 28th, Monday morning. Numi says April 28th, Monday morning, is when you can expect Best Ball Mania 6 to drop. So plan your vacations. April 28th, Monday morning. Per Mr. Numi. But thinking about this for the last day, and I'm not going to list all the reasons I came up with, but Tutu Atwell has to be underpriced in the late 200s. All right. Stefan, let me just tell you this. I've gone down this road before with Tutu Atwell. So 2 years ago in Best Ball Mania 4, the Puka Nacua year, I had 20% of Tutu Atwell. So I just want to warn you, and I just want to tell you that it can go wrong for you. Even if it looks like everything is lining up for Tutu, it does not mean that everything will in fact line up for Mr. Atwell. That's all I'm saying. Jordan Whittington is definitely not better than Tutu Atwell. Jordan Whittington is a pretty replacement level player. Yes. Well, Steve, my rankings will be updated, but the player IDs, I won't be able to get the I won't be able to get the player IDs so that you can directly upload them to Underdog probably until Monday after the actual contest is out. You know, I won't have access to basically the thing that allows Underdog to know who Malik Washington is. I won't have access to that. There you go. That would be great. That would be great, Don. Because if not, I'm gonna have to ask ChatGPT to do it for me. ChatGPT is pretty good at it. You guys would be amazed at some of the very caveman-esque things I do to have my spreadsheets in the right order. All right. Who am I stacking in the early slate, boys? I guess I'll just stack the Athletics like I always do. Oh, Langlear's getting the day off. Sure. Let's do Cal Raleigh. Let's do Gavin Lux. Sure, why not? Brian Hayes. Yeah. I asked ChatGPT for analysis on Sam Darnold. Well, yeah, the free version of ChatGPT is not very good. All right, you know what? I think we need it's Elijah Arroyo on this team or Jordan James. What do we think? Arroyo or James? Elijah Arroyo, third tight end or eighth running back? You guys tell me. I'll do whatever you say. Third tight end, second running back. All right, Nick says James. Tyler says Arroyo. We got 5 seconds left. I think it's Jordan James. We were pretty mixed. There were more Jameses. The Jameses have it. Yeah, way more James than Arroyos. All right, so the final team, you guys tell me, did I execute the hero running back team well? Kyler Murray, Brock Purdy, Geno Smith, Saquon Barkley, Bashal Tutin, RJ Harvey, Trey Benson, Ollie Gordon, Jaleel McLaughlin, Jaden Blue, Jordan James. That is a bumblebee-ass running back room. Wide receivers, DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers, Luther Burden, Kyle Williams, Wandale, George Kittle, and Colston Loveland. I like that team, actually. I think that team, I think we did a good job. I'm gonna give that one a strong B+. And now we all need to go prepare ourselves. God damn, boys, we're close. I can taste it, brother. We only have 6 left. We only have 6 left, man. How about it?
The Davis Mattek YouTube channel is made possible by viewers like you. Every subscriber, memby, and super chat goes to ensuring Davis doesn't have to work at State Farm. Thank you.
All right. Let's do it. And remember, you don't got to draft well, but you do have to draft quickly. So this will be big board 144 of 150. I'm gonna leave 3 left for tomorrow, Nick. I'm gonna leave 3 drafts left to do tomorrow with Corain. All right. We got Trivoli, we got Hotsy Sauce, we got Forey Wayne, we got Fantasy Dog, we got Charlie, Line of Scrimmage, 3rd place in the Puppy, Curl 99, Pickle Rick 182, Baby Stevie, Peak Monster, Beef Fly, and B Leaves. Now remember, everyone, your goal here is to draft as quickly as you possibly can. We're gonna try. Let's try and do. No, I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more after this, Lutz. Draft as quickly as you can. I think we have enough friends and family here to do. No, DJ Quill, I do not actually work at State Farm, but you actually working for them is very funny. Guys, I'm gonna pee real quick, and we'll be off and running. Actually working for State Farm is great. GM. Haven't drafted since 3-9. All right, we are flying. Everyone, you're all doing great. You're all doing a great job. My new worker is coming in from State Farm Corporate. Yeah, you guys, I promise you'll never look at State Farm the same again. All right, so we did Jahmyr Gibbs at 5. So definitely going to want a wide receiver here. Baby Stevie holding us up. You hate to see it. Charlie, they didn't give you the goat horns for finishing 3rd, brother. God damn, bro. Baby Stevie, man. You hate to see Baby Stevie be the one. The all hands meeting was a doozy today. All right. Shit, they're gonna make me be a hero. They're gonna make me be a running back slappy. These dudes are turning me into a right wing slappy. So we started Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor. Still heated I didn't get goat horns for 87th and the puppy, but Superflex 4. Real. Wait, Charlie, you have them? I don't see it. Oh, no, they are there. You're right. They are there. Normal, Illinois sounds like the most boring place imaginable, but it's actually all right. I believe one of my favorite books of all time, it mostly takes place in Normal, Illinois. No, in Peoria. The Pale King by David Foster Wallace, which is actually like an unfinished novel, takes place there. All right. Now I'm going to get a wide receiver. I think it's a very uncomfortable start for me, the double running back. But sometimes on a half PPR site, you just got to do it. I'd take Tyreek or JSN or Worthy here. I think any of them are fine. Fantasy Dog 1 also milking the entire. There's always someone, man. Every time we try and do a good room. All right, I will take Tyreek here. I mean, dude, the cost benefit analysis of Tyreek in the third. Like, let's just be real, dude. Tyreek's 72nd percentile season just like smokes JSN. Just like absolutely smokes him. Yeah, Liam doesn't wear his goat horns, holding out for a crown. Oh, got to tour William Faulkner's home very peacefully. You know what, Wood? That is actually one of the classic American authors that I have not read a ton of. I've read what's it called? The Unvanquished, but I've not gotten deep into the catalog of Mr. Faulkner. We beat Darius Miles' East St. Louis team in high school to get to the Illinois State Championship in 2000 in Peoria. Stay woke. Tyreek is in the Trump zone where he will never suffer consequences of any kind. Yeah, he's just never going to get suspended. Tyreek was going to retire after this year, but he knew divorce was imminent and signed another extension. Well, just let the man play. Let the man play. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have the ability to not take this dude. Shit, actually, I think I'm going to do... I'd like for one of these to be a speedy draft. John is doing the hero's work, taking a Chiefs mega stack here, so I don't have to. Thank God. Thank God. But yeah, I would like for one of these to somehow be all friends and family so that we can just absolutely smash through one. All right, I'm going to take Devonta because I think in this room there's a good chance that I'm able to get hurt because the A.J. Brown drafter is my boy Peak Monster who's doing the Chiefs mega. I think there is a chance the room lets me get them. I mean, everything was a problem for Tyreek last year. Do I think that Jalen McMillan will make the second-year jump? No chance of that. No. No chance does he pass Godwin. But the Buccaneers offense can definitely be the type of offense where three guys get theirs. They don't have a tight end that demands targets. They have a good running game, but like... And the defense is pretty middling. So I think there is... I think McMillan is like basically a target where he goes. We got Hotsy Sauce jamming the Burrow chase. There's auto drafters, so I guess we're probably not going to get the Burrow fall. All right. Give me Fantasy Dog. Don't do it. Come on, Fantasy Dog. I know you don't want to do it. You don't want to hurt me. You want Joe Mixon or no. All right. We'll take Addison. Fantasy Dog wouldn't let me have it. Fantasy Dog just needed Jalen Hurts at pick 52. I wouldn't say no chance. There's a non-zero chance. Oh, well, 100% one of those guys could get injured. I mean, Mike Evans got injured last year. Chris Godwin got injured last year. But there's no chance that Jalen McMillan outplays one of those guys straight up. I don't think so. As a prospect, where would Marvin Harrison Jr. rank? Are you saying the 2025 class or the 2026 class? Of the wide receivers in this class, he would be first. He's better than Tet, even better than Hunter, honestly. Whenever the argument for a top 100 pick is what if the guys ahead of him get hurt, I'm generally out. Yeah, but so like I get that thought, but also at the same time, best ball, this is not true of like all fantasy football, but best ball really is a game of like parallel universes of like what if, and you want guys who are the right what if, you know? Yeah, what if the guy ahead of him? I mean, I think I seem a little bit less perturbed by the ankle injury than the market. Now, this I agree with. You don't send Jalen McMillan to zero. We've seen many offenses in the NFL succeed with a third wide receiver being useful, right? Not even always like elite quarterbacks needed. Man, this is a super slappy room. This is an avalanche room. Charlie's burning up all this clock trying to figure if he wants to take Pearsall or not. And I really hope he doesn't, because that is who I am hoping to take. Maybe he got caught in an all-hands meeting. Damn, Charlie, burning the whole clock, brother. Burning the whole clock to take Ken Walker. All right, so this is a real avalanche room, so I had to take Pearsall there. What if everything works out exactly how I need it to? I have thought about it. Many such cases. Yeah, he's not in the gulag, but he is definitely behind those guys. Yeah, he's gonna run 68% of the routes or whatever, which is fine. I mean, at his cost, I think it's totally cromulent. By the way, a guy that we are absolutely gonna love, all of us libs are gonna love Zachariah Branch, who is about to come out from USC. Luther Burden, come on down. That's how you recover from a double running back start. You get a former first-round pick, Tyreek Hill. You get Devonta, you get Addison, you get Pearsall, and then you get your high-upside rookie in Burden. Yeah, he's not even the first wide receiver 3 to go off the board. Real. Don't really click McMillan, but his ADP is fine. 100%. McMillan has Baker's confidence. Yeah, I mean, I think the Buccaneers are likely to just be a good fantasy offense. You know, to me, it's really just that simple. Nick Harbor, do you guys know about Nick Harbor from USC? He might be a legit 10 RAS wide receiver in next year's scouting combine. It's gonna be something to behold. We're making good time here. We're making good. Yes, he also has insanely good contingent value. Literally only no arch. Well, you know, many such cases. The running back class has a couple guys who are really interesting. Maki Hughes, who I really like. Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. Be interesting to see what happens with Dylan Edwards. Jaden Ott. You guys are well, they are the University of Southern Carolina. They are USC. It's just a different USC, brother. University of Southern Carolina, University of Southern California, same. I'm going to take Hawkinson here if Charlie doesn't, and just pray on quarterback. So I'm going to do Hawk because I've got the double set up. And I think, by the way, I think Goff with Gibbs is fine. I would prefer getting Purdy back. I didn't look to see the quarterback situation behind me. Yeah, speaking of NCAA Dynasty, if you're lucky enough to start a dynasty and harbor transfers, he is unbelievable. Oh, I did not know that Branch transferred. I did not know. I mean, that shows me. But harbor if you play NCAA online. Or NCAA like the dynasty mode, and he transfers after year one. He's like one of the most ridiculous players of all. He has legit 99 speed. It's unbelievable. All right, I think this dude next to me is auto drafting, and that's why he took Hurts. All right, bang. Brock Purdy, welcome to the team. Brock Purdy, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Tyreek Hill, Devonta Smith, Jordan Addison, Ricky Pearsall, Luther Burden, and TJ Hawkinson. I think we're cooking with gas here. McMillan didn't log a single game over 5 receptions. I disagree. I think there are 2 things wrong with that statement, but the first one is, brother, guys get better year over year. That is the norm in NFL. Guys are likely to get better year over year. Also, it was not really an offense that like planned on utilizing their third wide receiver. You know, that is an element of it as well. Will Underdog add an auto drafting logo? That I would guess no. That feels like that would actually take some developmental manpower. Yeah, McMillan is kind of like super Dotson. You can move him. Eggers, did when you play NCAA, did you ever move your agile left tackles to tight end? There's like kind of a glitch. I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but in NCAA, you can move your like good pass blocking left or right tackles to tight end, and they're actually pretty good at it. And so you just have these like 300-pound guys who are like 95 rated tight ends. This, to me, I think this is the key point here. He's behind 2 injury-prone, Evans because of age and his hamstrings, and Godwin because of the ankle, and he's got mega contingent value. And I think contingent value is just very important for our game. Why do I hate Ethereum? And there any cheap crypto you do like? I hate Ethereum because it is a centralized mess. I'm going to take David Njoku. And I don't buy any cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin. Yeah, I was hoping to be able to value Hound Andrews, and then he didn't come back to me. Yes, for all the negative things you can say about McMillan with Godwin out, you can make a parallel case against Evans with God. That is not true, because when Godwin and Evans have been in together, Evans has just been the better fantasy wide receiver. Mr. Neil Orfield is asking how many drafts deep we are in. Brother, we got 5 left. We have 5 left, Neil. So we are going to finish tomorrow, brother. We are going to get. So the issue with this, and I promise you, I'm not picking on you, is that Jalen Naylor sucks, right? That is the big issue, is that he is bad. And so Jalen Naylor being bad limits his ceiling. All right, we're going to go McCarthy because it would be too tilting to miss on the double. So I have McCarthy with Addison and Hawkinson. So because Naylor is bad, it doesn't matter if Justin Jefferson gets injured. His ceiling is limited by the fact that he's not that good. I use macro factor. I think it's about $70 a year. That's what it looks like. Has a weight tracker, calorie tracker, all that stuff. I really like it. I to be fair, it's not entirely true. Last year when they both played together, but the preceding years. So this is obviously not true for the entirety of their career. Last year was a big change in Godwin's production. I can pull up his PFF stuff. Chris Godwin, like a giant, and you could point to, different reasons for that. But the fact is that the preceding years, it's not a new app. It's not a new app. It's just a new tab on the app, Steven. So Chris Godwin, let me pull up his premium stuff on PFF. So his yards per route run in his career is 1.94. All the years of his career, starting from his rookie year, 2.03, 1.187, 2.24 in 2019. Then 4 consecutive years, 1.89, 1.97, back-to-back years of 1.73. God, I'm going to take Dylan Sampson. I just need to do something different on this team. So last year was the first year in 5 years that he'd gotten above above 1.9. What was the big difference? His slot percentage went back up to 61%. His ADOT went down to 5.6. The big difference was moving it back in the slot. McMillan's was 1.75, I believe. Breece Hall is not getting traded. Garendo could make sense here. Garendo actually probably does. Dubs makes sense too. I will double check it. Let me make this pick, and I will double check. Jalen McMillan. No, 1.2 yards per route run. So that is poor. 1.2 is bad. Dang, I was gonna take Dubs. This wide receiver room. You know what? I am just going to take Garendo. I have the stack set up. We're going to do Garendo. Anyway, this is a long overarching point to say that I think the ADP is mostly correct on the Tampa Bay guys, but I think these obvious contingent value spots are pretty valuable. That is just really all it is. I think the super obvious contingent, like, we know exactly what's going to happen, which is that if Evans or Godwin misses time, McMillan's going to get a ton more routes. It's a good offense. It's a concentrated offense. I can tell you his yards per route run in the games that Godwin missed and that he got installed as a starter: 2.03, 2.88, 1.3, 1.7, 1.9, 1.86. So much, much better. As you would expect, right? When you're out there as a primary part of the offense and not running empty calorie routes, your yards per route run is going to increase. Peppertoni, I regret to inform you were not FUMPSed today. Yeah, he was a super cardio king in the early part of the year. All right, we do need another wide receiver. Let's do Io Manor. Yeah, Io Manor as a wide receiver 6 is pretty strong. I would say no chance that Ray Davis just straight up outplays James Cook. But if either of them are able to supplant Ty Johnson snaps, there's enough fantasy points on that offense for there to be a legitimate 2 running back. Yeah, I probably should start clicking Pierce. I think Drake May has a better fantasy season than JJ McCarthy, but they're both pretty clear fantasy targets to me. This is actually, you know what? I don't even want to say it, but I think there's a pretty obvious running back spot for me here. And one that should probably be better fit by my rankings. But, and I think fantasy. All right, I'm going to take Tyler Algier. Tyler Algier, I think, fits nicely with this running back room. My favorite side contest, I believe last year they called it the Pit Bowl, was the $50 10 entry max tournament. That was my favorite structure last year. Contingent value, is that valuable? Yes. Yeah, I would say it is valuable. Rodgers goes on the McAfee show every week, doesn't he? The Rockets are the 2 seed, but like the 10th favorite to win the title because they tried all season. They tried all season. Most teams don't try all year. But they're 10th to win the title because they don't have any good offensive players. Oh, I think you're right. I think it was $20 or $25. You're right. Sadly, I don't think we're getting more single entry contests because of the New York stuff. No, that is the opposite. The Rockets are actually a great defensive team. I believe they are 3rd in the NBA in defense. Let me pull up the 4 factors. The Rockets are 4th in the NBA in defense, 110.8 points per 100 possessions allowed. Rockets are a really, really strong defense, but they are only 13th in the NBA in offensive rating. I'd be surprised, brother. Yeah, it is. I think it's more this. I think it's a brutal matchup. Because the Rockets are not a particularly good rebounding team, for their size. All right. So we have got a 2-5-6-2. We definitely need one more wide receiver. Let's do, Let's do AD Mitchell. I just like AD Mitchell. He kind of fits every build. 13th is not. Yeah, well, the Warriors are just insanely good. What they only lost, I think, 3 games that Jimmy was in. Yeah, so they can't shoot and they can't rebound, but other than that, they're fine, though. And they're also young. Like, everyone on the team, other than Steven Adams, is like 23. Young teams just have a hard time in the playoffs. It's a tough spot for them to be in. And I mean, I like the. Don't get me wrong, man. I like the Rockets. I think their rebuild has been awesome. Yeah, Amen's great, but he can't shoot. Who's a great 3rd quarterback on this team? Jalen Milroe. I'm the one holding the draft up now. Jalen Milroe is a great 3rd quarterback when you have Purdy and McCarthy. All ceiling, baby. Yeah, Amen made Curry feel like he was in hell on earth, dude. Amen put him in fucking jail. Amen Thompson's a great Amen Thompson is a great player. Please do not have my explanation of this make it think that I think any of these guys are not good. But also, like, so per 100 possessions, the Rockets. Let me pull this up and make sure I get my data right. All right. Per 100 possessions, the Rockets only take 36 3-pointers. That is bottom half of the league. And they shoot 35%, dude. 35% is like worse than the Hawks, worse than the Pistons. Worse than the Pistons, dude. The amen-atentry. I like that. Yeah, historically, it's why everyone is doubting Oklahoma City. It's why everyone thinks Oklahoma City, who just won 68 games in the regular season, it's why everyone thinks Oklahoma City is going to get bounced. Because Oklahoma City is... Do they have anyone over... They have no one over 28 in the rotation, I think. Well, yes, but their best players are all young. All the Rockets' best players are I guess Fred is not young, but Jalen Green's 22, Amen's 22, Dylan Brooks is a vet, Şengün's 22, Jabari Smith's 21, Tari Eason's 23, Cam Whitmore's 20. Yeah, Lou Dort is going to win me the dance. Yeah, Hartenstein is like, well, Kenrich Williams is in his 30s, and he's a part of the rotation. Well, Fred VanVleet is an NBA champion. To be fair, Fred VanVleet is an NBA champion. And Steven Adams is a great player. I have absolutely nothing but love for Steven Adams. I think Steven Adams is awesome. This is a Mason Taylor-ass team. Mason Taylor is the tight end 3 with Hawkinson and Njoku. You love to see it. I could maybe even get by with just 5 running backs on this team. Yeah, Rockets can beat the Warriors. They're the fucking 2 seed. But I just got asked the question. I simply got asked, why are the odds that way? If the Rockets are the 2 seed, why are the odds that way? And that is why. They're one guy short. That's just all it is. They're one guy short. You know? I got to have a lot of Loveland, for sure. The 5 seeds in the NFL are favorites a lot because generally they're good teams who got unlucky in their division. This is generally what happens. You know what? Let's take a little Savion Williams as a treat. I don't even know if he was a good pick, but covers running back and wide receiver. I never draft on Redacted because I am an Underdog sponsored influencer and I am all about the dog app. Promo code Davis to get a deposit bonus and a free pick on the Pick'em tab. I mean, the Lakers are a really good team, man. They have LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Those are pretty good players. You guys might not know this, but Luka Doncic, you know, pretty good player. Well, Warriors get the calls because Steph always gets the calls. Yeah, I probably over half my teams are a 3-6-8-3. I think there are a lot of spots where Savion could blast off. By the way, everyone involved with this draft who is in the chat, you all did a pretty good job. Maybe not as fast as we wanted, but it wasn't too painful. We're gonna try. We are gonna try one more to break the land speed record. All right, so this team is Brock Purdy, J.J. McCarthy, and Jalen Milroe. Running back room, a Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Dylan Sampson, Isaac Urendo, Tyler Algier. Wide receivers, Tyreek, Devonta Smith, Jordan Addison, Ricky Pearsall, Luther Burden, Alec Iomanner, A.D. Mitchell, Savion Williams. Tight ends, T.J. Hawkinson, David Njoku, and Mason Taylor. GM Raymond, how you doing, brother? All right. What are we thinking? Wide receiver or tight end? Wide receiver or tight end? No, wide receiver or running back, sorry. So it'd be like Raheem Sanders, or is Torrey Horton available? Torrey Horton's gone. Turpin, Roman Wilson. What do we think? We going 6. Yeah, I guess we'll go 6 running back. All right, I'm going to take Raheem the Rocket Sanders, Purdy, McCarthy, Milroe, Gibbs, JT, Dylan Sampson, Isaac Urendo, Tyler Algier, Raheem Sanders, Tyreek Hill, Devonta Smith, Jordan Addison, Ricky Pearsall, Luther Burden, Alec Iomanner, A.D. Mitchell, Savion Williams, T.J. Hawkinson, David Njoku, and Mason Taylor. Never Demarcus Robinson, except for yesterday when I needed him. Thank you, TJ. I also thought that was a good team. Okay. How many likes do we have on this one? How many likes? We only have 89 likes. Get me to 110 likes, and then we will try and do the land speed record. 110 likes. That feels doable. There are enough of you guys here. 110 likes, and then we are gonna do a friends and family, and we are gonna fly. I would never actually say this. I went through most of my little boards yesterday, and I'm not going to lie. I think I donated $150 to the UD community. Themed draft guys you think you have 4% of. That's not that fun. Because then I'll hate the team, DabK. It's no fun to hate the team. Dart, still my most drafted quarterback. LeQuint, still my most drafted running back. No team has ever needed Lazard. No team once ever has ever needed Alan Lazard. All right, 128. Bang. Bang, bang. Chris makes some good point. Hating the team might perform. Okay. We're back. Land speed record. Are we ready to feed the dogs? Are we doing it? Are we doing the land speed record? Let's do it. I believe Pepper Tony, why would you ask me to do math? That's value. DabK has a ridiculous first big board draft right when it opened. I feel you. No one likes the underflow. No one likes it. I don't like it for you guys. You can probably, if Dabk, if he was in the draft with you, he can probably check. All right. We have got Kaiser Hog, Easy Money, Savage, Huffy 09, Fighting Mule, Jay Genzel 2, Forey Wayne, Curl 99, Travioli, Detro, and Voodoo Hang. So let's draft quickly. It is the Squidward window meme. It is. I'm gonna be real. We're gonna have to have a better system for this in Best Ball Mania because the drafts fill so much quicker. So we are gonna have to come up with a system. Probably the system will be some kind of Discord alert. All right, this is big board 145 of 150. All right, so all my boys. Curl's going to snipe me, and that's fair. Wow. All right, we're flying. Everyone's ready. Fighting Mule, maybe not as ready. That's okay. Maybe a little bit of performance anxiety. Oh, no. Fighting Mule has performance anxiety. Yeah, I guess I got to try and get... 5 wide receiver start. All right, Kevin asked for it. There you go. A $10 super chat for the 5 wide receiver start. Nico, bang. I'm gonna say that's true. I have no idea if it is actually true. I'm like 60% Theo Johnson. Man, you just are really, 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 really hoping that the New York Giants, you are hoping beyond hope that the New York Football Giants don't take Mason Taylor or Elijah Arroyo. All right, AJ Brown, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Nico Collins, AJ Brown is a grown-ass man start. What is the latest on his Liz Frank injury? All right. You know, other than Fighting Mule, everyone's doing good. So we just gotta stay locked in. The system requires one scout where the scout goes into a draft, monitors for the 12 of 12 fell, and as soon as it fills, the scout alerts the rest to jump. Man, it's just when it happens though, dude, it's so beautiful. When you get in, dude, we did Vaporware timed it. We did a 23-minute big board. Can you name something more beautiful than a 23-minute big board? Just you're just beyond, you know. That was awesome. And everyone here is doing great. Huffy 09's doing great. Fighting Mule got through the performance anxiety. Jay Genzel 2's doing great. Everyone's crushing right now. And we're going to do, you know what? We're going to make this the full SLAPPY team. We're going to do, not only are we going to do 5 wide receivers, we're going to do, wow, I even got Worthy. For the SLAPPY start, 30. Honestly, I mean, I cannot wait for the 15-second clocks because I think they're gonna run that back where they're gonna have. Wow, you're good, man. Good man. Because I think something that Underdog is going to do is they're going to have multi-timers So you know how when you go into a lobby, it says 30 seconds per clock or 8 hours per pick? So I believe one of the things that they rumored to be doing is that they were going to give you that option in they were going to give the 15-second option as well. Dang. All right, didn't get my boy. I'm going to go Rome to have a quarterback. Nico, AJ Brown, Xavier Worthy, Roma Dunze, super slappy. No one's ever slapped harder. Yeah, 20 seconds is good. So like if you got, like, I guess me personally, if I went into any draft room, I would always click 20 over 30. As a business analyst, fast timers make all the sense in the world. DGens will spend the same amount of time drafting, just give way more money to the site. Yeah, I wanted Rice. I would have been fine. I would have been fine with Devonta. Either would have been fine. Yeah, the Rice snipe. Travioli knew what he was doing, but that's okay. We love him anyway. And everyone's doing great. Kaiser Hog is milking it a little bit. Now, John, what I would say though is why fast timers would make a little bit less sense is what you would want to be optimizing for is just time spent on the app. I think as a business analyst, is you would want people just spending more time open with your app open. Yes, exactly. I think Nolan is correct here. Time on site metrics are going to be more important. Atomic's personal mission is to never allow the Chase Higgins start to get Burrow. That's dark, brother. And he did it. He did it. He said, fuck you. No easy money allowed. All right. So I'm going to end up with Sutton, Addison, Godwin, Olave. God, imagine Metcalf in round 5. We might have to do it. Kevin sent the super chat. You don't disregard a super chat in my line of work. All right. Have the wide receiver tab open, and I am ready to click. Curl is probably going to take Addison, so I'm probably taking Olave. All right, Olave, whatever. Nico Collins, AJ Brown, Xavier Worthy, Roma Dunze, Chris Olave, super chat confirmed. We did it. There you go, Kevin. Nico with Stroud. Hurts already went. Mahomes is still on the board. Caleb's still on the board. I did no such thing. I answered you directly, Burgundy. I told you I hate Ethereum because Ethereum is a centralized mess. It doesn't do any of the things that it says it was going to do. And I do not buy any cheap crypto. I only buy Bitcoin. I would never disregard your super chat. Never seen a more Scattaboo coded team in my life. Alvin Kamara probably makes more sense for this team, but I'm so slappy coded that I can't possibly. Yeah, Quinshon Judkins. Bada bing, bada boom. And we're saying it's a slappy team anyway. Oh. Burgundy Bet said a different one. This is all I don't see it, brother. These are the only super chats I have today. Kevin? Ty? Oh, here we go. I did miss this one. No, the only rookie wide receiver to have 5 straight 50-yard, 1-touchdown games other than Randy Moss. It's a Bucks player, and neither of the two you just talked about. Well, who is it? It's not McMillan. It's not Godwin. Who is it? Keyshawn Johnson? Is it? Is it Keyshawn? Kellen Winslow. God, imagine. Is it Trey frickin' Palmer, dude? Woke up angry. Chad does think every team is a Scatterboo team. Kellen Moore's last wide receiver ones have been A.J. Brown, Keenan, CD, all of whom smash. Olave is probably too cheap. This team certainly hopes so. Keaton needs some for a fast biggest board today, if anyone wants to help him build that. Vincent Jackson, I can definitely see that. Anytime you can take a tackle breaker who doesn't break tackles, you got to do it. Yeah, but then someone typed Ball is Life. Someone said that those numbers were wrong and that they had different broken tackle numbers for Judkins. Now, I don't know how you get those different broken tackles. Yeah, B-Jax was on the Chargers for a while. Burgundy Bets, we need the answer, brother. Patrick Mahomes. We got Mahomes and Worthy with Judkins, dude. Nothing. We're going full Slappy. Oh my God, is it Cadillac Mike Williams? Just a little tidbit for you guys. 50% of Week 17 games were divisional. All right. I think that is a classic Liam stat. A good one. That's a good Liam stat. The honey chicken at Chipotle is fire. Stefan, thank you, brother. You're a good man. Salt of the earth, Stefan. Voodoo Hang is hanging us up here at the turn. Joey Galloway. Are we just playing Remember That Guy now? Joey Galloway, remember that guy? Remember Antonio Callaway? All right, now the question is, I guess we just have to take another running back at this turn. Yeah, they are pushing the divisional games back as far as possible right now. Just to try and make more games competitive. You know what? I'm taking Pollard on this one. I'm light on Pollard. I like Pollard. Kind of would like to get some more Cam Ward as well. And Pollard is also a guy who's going to start the year well. Stevie Johnson, Rocket Ishmael. Of course I remember Brenton Burson. Yeah, the honey chicken. I will say, I don't get the honey chicken every time. Sometimes I got to get the steak. Without knowing the landing spots, which late rookie running back is most likely to smash, RJ Harvey. Joey Galloway, yes, back in Raymond's day, Joey Galloway was a big slappy pick. Keep the Chiefs' brother-in-law dead ass bought an Antonio Callaway jersey. That, what do you even say to the guy who buys the Antonio Callaway jersey? Incredible. Wow. RJ Harvey was the first player Daniel Jeremiah mentioned on the Athletic Sleeper podcast. No, I kind of wish the NFL would do a draft lottery as well. It's just harder for the NFL because the bad teams, they love parity. And for parity to exist in the NFL, the bad teams have to have the right to get the worst players. I actually don't know who this is. Bert Emanuel. It was definitely not Tyler Johnson. I probably still have Tyler Johnson on the bottom of some dynasty teams, frankly. My worst jersey buy is Fertile Commerce. Yes, it is. I've got a very funny one that I will tell after I make this pick. Jonnu is a gift selection here, I feel. Jonnu, smash pick there. I do have a Jeremy Lin jersey. Should I wear it? Should I wear my Jeremy Lin jersey on a stream? Of course I have a Jeremy Lin jersey. My funniest one, I have a Michael Morse Seattle Mariners jersey. Don't even real. I mean, I liked him back in the day, but I don't even think he was on the Mariners. Okay, he was on the Mariners for 4 years. But I have a Michael Morse. Yeah, I have a Knicks Jeremy Lin jersey for the exact reason why you would think I would. Hollywood with Mahomes, easy click there. The only rookies in league history with 50-plus receiving yards and a receiving TD in 5 or more games, Randy Moss and Jalen McMillan. Wow, Hakeem Butler. That is a crazy one. You could have gotten his St. Louis Battlehawks jersey. A fellow Slappy Cade. Yeah, Lynn was big slap. Junior Seau Dolphins jersey. This big. How? Dude, a Suns Bradley Beal jersey is crazy. A Suns Bradley Beal jersey is so dark. That is so dark, dude. Oh my God. Linsanity was nuts. Linsanity, if you weren't there, you cannot understand how crazy it was. So I gotta get it done, brother. Tuned in 3 hours ago. He's still on. I just gotta get it done. Yeah, Suns Beal is just. I'm on another level. Jets Le'Veon Bell is also pretty dark, but man. ESPN says Jack Besh has superpowers. All right, stay woke. Patriots Cam Newton is not even that bad. Patriots Cam Newton, frankly, does not even register for me. I am going to be kind of stuck at second quarterback on this team because Stroud got sniped from me. Let's do Tucker Kraft. I'm trying to get a little bit more of him. I know my boy Nick's on him. So we got Jonnu and Tucker Kraft. Yeah, there we go. That's like probably my all-time favorite Sooner, dude. Quentin Griffin, Oklahoma University. Let's fucking go. Oh, Goff Rams. Goff Rams is pretty dark. I have never had a worse regret in my life than buying that Beal jersey. Anytime you can buy a jersey of a guy who just got traded for 5 second-round picks, you got to do it. Oh, Brandon Whedon. Okay, what's sadder? Brandon Whedon or Beal Suns? What's sadder? My God. Oh. Man, I have some other funny ones. I'd have to go dig them up. I probably am the only purchaser on Earth. All right, this is a good spot for Tank, I think. I am probably the only purchaser on Earth. I have a Lou Dort City, Oklahoma Dort City edition. No, it's not. I gotta find this one. I have Oklahoma Dort City, Oklahoma Dort alternate. It is one of the funniest jerseys. I think Oklahoma City literally only wore them once. I can't even find a photo of it. I'll have to go get it out of my closet sometime. But I have a really funny Lou Dort one. Matt Corral Panthers. Matt Corral Panthers is nasty work. Tomorrow I'll start at 9 a.m. Central Time probably. I'll probably do one on my own and then be joined by Karain. So I'll probably do one on my own, then I'll do two with Karain and be done. I don't actually think there's any Land Larson's team. I'm gonna be real with you, brother. I think the Land Larson's team might be just here. Wow, a Brett Favre Jets jersey. That's fucking cursed, dude. You better not wear that. That is cursed. Kurt Benkirk Packers jersey. Dolphins Kalen Ballage. These are dark. This is dark. God, do I have any other funny ones? I've got a couple. I also got rid of some of mine at some point when I was moving. You know, I mean, I am they mentioned my boy Larson on Dynasty Nerds. Okay. Ricky Williams Dolphins, that's still cool. Custom Aaron Rodgers Vikings. There's a lot of smoke about the Cardinals taking Scattaboo. That makes no sense to me. Unless they just think he's James Conner multiplied. And Elvis Gerbach, Kansas City. That's pretty good. All right. Definitely need, we're full slappy here. This is definitely going to be at least 7 running backs. I think I'm going to be done at 2 tight ends on this one. Oh, Jerry Rice Seahawks at Value Village. Jake Plummer Broncos is also fine. All right, RJ Harvey, let's go. That's what this team needed. Judkins, Pollard, Bigsby, Harvey. You love to see it. Kyler said Scatterbo is a good football player and he wants to play with good football players. That's facts. Scatterbo is a good football player. I don't know if he has the athleticism to do it in the NFL. Damn, I wanted Cam Ward on this team. All right, we are in a smidgen of trouble here at quarterback. Smidgen of trouble. I do have an idea of how to bail myself out, but I don't know if it's a good idea. What do you guys think about taking Geno and then doing Trey Tucker as the back door? Dang, I was really, really hoping to get Cam Ward on this team. Didn't even get Geno. All right, we're going Anthony Richardson. We're going Anthony Richardson and just hoping to get lucky. Hunter's ADP is after 105. Hunter's ADP is after 105 in rookie drafts. So I think you're probably straight, brother. You should be able to get him there. I don't know your league or your league mates though. I don't think Pierce is gone and A.D. Mitchell is always there as a backdoor. But do you even want Anthony Richardson stacked? I don't even know if you do. Yeah, I think this is a Milroe Shadur Dart team probably, because Richardson is just not good enough for quarterback 2. Amsterdam Admirals Warner jersey. Is that real? Amsterdam Admirals Kurt Warner jersey. If that's real, I'm going to buy it right now. Dude. Are you guys woke? Should I cop, dude? It's only $89. NFL Europe, dude. Is that arena football or NFL Europe? Dude. The Salina Liberty. Dude, that is the town. I grew up in this town. Dude. Are you kidding me? Dude, does this go hard or what? Okay. I mean, I think I at least got to get the golf polo, dude. I'm sending this to my group chat right now. I'm sending this to my hometown group chat right now. The Salina Liberty, does this even exist? The card store's still open. Shout out. Oh shit, I'm up. Quarterback is more important. We're going Shadur. We're going Shadur to the Saints on this one. Shadur is my quarterback 3 to the Saints with Olave. We decided Shadur. We need a St. Louis Slappies. Mark Wolf. Bang. Rabona King. This is 145. This is 145 of 150. We truly are almost done. Jalen Wright. Sure, right? Jalen Wright for this team? Yeah, Jalen Wright. Hope he doesn't get replaced in the draft. Sure. Thank you, Mark. You're welcome for all the Big Port content, and thank you very much for watching. Damn, I sniped you twice. I'm sorry, brother. True apologies. Yes, I maxed the little board as well. I did that off stream. How do I feel about Curtis Samuel as a chaperone? Yes. Somewhere, Steve, I think you're right. I somewhere along the lines, I fucked up my counting. Because I think I messed up the counting because I had 2 canceled drafts, but I streamed both of them. So the numbers got... So I've actually streamed more than 150 in the end. I will have streamed 152 or 153 drafts because some of them got canceled. And I don't remember how many canceled ones we did. How many am I going to draft the first week? Probably a lot. Probably, no, Frankie, I'm going to do one more. Well, how about this? I'll do one more. How many likes do we have? We have 137. I'll do one more if we get to 200 likes. We're at 137 right now. I'll do one more if we get to 200 likes. 200 likes equals one more draft. Pin message. There you go. Aaron Rodgers about to announce. Yeah, I bet. I bet he is. I sure bet he is about to announce. Gotta do Elijah Mitchell. Need a chaperone here. So we've got Judkins, Pollard, Bigsby, Harvey, Jalen Wright, Elijah Mitchell. I am just going to do 2 tight ends on this team. McMillan's last 5 games. I believe it's the same. So I believe the way the YouTube stuff works is YouTube itself takes some percentage, I think like 20%, maybe less. I don't know exactly. And then also all of your YouTube stuff is taxed automatically. So like I don't get a 1099 from YouTube. The tax is paid out of everything off YouTube. 2 tight ends is selling in 20 rounds. I don't center. I'm not hip enough. You got to tell me. You got to tell me what you mean. Frankly, I don't really believe in the Ben Sinnott breakout because they didn't even play him at tight end. They played him as they played him as an H-back. They played him. They played him as a fullback. Running back 7, Rashard Smith. Stay woke. Wow. Disbanded Brotherhood wants me to do one more. I don't know if I can. How many likes did we get, bro? 157? I don't know, man. Frankly, it's hard for me to be logical. Because I went to the same college as Ben Sinnott. Ben Sinnott and I both went to K-State. I'm intimately familiar. I'm intimately familiar with Mr. Sinnott, actually. Well, here's the issue. Here's the issue, TCD. I am leaving town. I'm leaving town tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Time. So to do 4 tomorrow, I'm going to have to start streaming really early. You said it, Cody, not me. So I will be out of town for the weekend. So I would prefer to get 5 done today. I'd prefer to be almost done today. Now, everyone in this draft did a great job until the end. Some people here started getting bored at the end, I think, which is always what happens. But this one went pretty quick. Brashard is the Starmie of Tyrone Tracy's. What is the Starmie evolution? Starmie evolves into what? Is Starmie the final evolution of Star U? I accept. Honestly, probably no. Peppertoni, brother, you see this account balance, man? I am running the fuck out of money. Get a Keandre Lambert Smith pick on your next team. I gotta be honest, dude. I don't love it, but maybe I will. I think so. I probably am not going to stream all of them, Zach, because I think I'm gonna copy Peter's idea and do some of my BBMs as videos with like guests. All right. Alcoholic Saint fans wants me to take this dude who is like not a real football player. There you go. Keandre Lambert Smith. I got 3rd in MLB Maine last weekend. So whatever that was for. That was my biggest bank. I got 3rd in MLB contest. I've actually had some good pick'ems recently too. Alcoholic Saints fan says I'm going to thank him later. All right, we think an 8th running back or 3rd tight end. Mason Taylor, Elijah Royho, or 8th running back? What are we thinking? I'll do whatever you guys say. So it's like Jordan James, Jaleel, Rocket Sanders, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. Yes, this is a different guy than Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. We have Kraft and Jonnu. Kraft and Jonnu, but both are unstacked. ETR video called him to go round 1. James, JCM, Lutz wants Ty Johnson. JCM is at least a funny fucking name to say. You know what? Bang. Mason Taylor. Can't beat a round 1 tight end. All right, how many likes did you guys get to? How many likes did you degenerates get to? 164. Okay. 164. We could do it. We can feed the dogs again. We took Mason Taylor. Last one of the day. So we're going to have 3 left tomorrow. 3 tomorrow to do with Karain. I frankly, I just do not know how to do this math. 203,442, 440, whatever. I'm in. Let's fill it. Let's get it done. Everyone hop in. It's 12:02. I've been streaming for 3 hours and 2 minutes. I would love to go get some sun with my dog. What's the UV right now? The UV in St. Louis, Missouri right now. Dude, it's almost 8. I legitimately tried. All right, someone give me a theme for this one. A 1.5. We've got Clay Dog, I know you're here. Savage, you're here. The Sharkus, you're here. Voodoo Hang, I've got my eye on you. Voodoo Hang, because you got bored and auto drafted the turn. The significance of UV: to release melanin in my skin, to make my skin darker, so that I don't look like someone who never touches grass. Snowman, I got one message for you. Please draft quickly. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm getting beat. I think I'm getting tired. Yeah, basically, it's good. It's good for your skin. All right, you're forgiven. You're forgiven. Snow, Clay, Savage, the Sharkus, Voodoo Hang, Curl 99. You've been doing a great job. MLB Syndicate with the goat horns. All right, I am gonna do something funny in this last one. I'm gonna pull Gene T up. Pull Gene T up to the 1.5. Well, yes, Mythology. You have the credentials. This is the one. They're saying it. Curl's here. Keep the Chief is here. Travioli's here. Mythology's here. I think Jay Stein is here. I want to say that name sounds familiar. This is actually good, though. I'm working up my stamina, because obviously when BBM is here, we are going to be streaming quickly. We are going to be not streaming quickly. We're going to be streaming a lot. GM, sir. My man with the goat horns. What do we think is a good, smart goal for myself this year. I think I'm going to aim for 10,000 YouTube subscribers by the time the season starts. I think is my goal. I'd like to, I think my goal is 10,000 subscribers, 500 membies. All right, I got my eye on you. I have my eye on everyone here. And I'll be noting MLB Syndicate milking this clock. You know, many such cases of the MLB Syndicate milks the clock down to take Derrick Henry. I'm gonna take Trey McBride in this one. Genty McBride. That's got to be a unique combo. I'm just teasing you, brother. What's up, Brian? How you doing, brother? Process-based goal is good. I think that is a fantastic idea. I think YouTube Shorts are something that I'm not doing, and also I can obviously repurpose them on Instagram and TikTok, which I need to be doing. ATX Bearcat, yes. Not do Worthy on this one. Garrett Wilson. One time we're not going to take Worthy. Up to 171. That's pretty good, man. 171 is more than my videos normally get, for sure. The likes on the videos this week, or the lives. 131 for Liam yesterday. 149 for Last Drafter Standing. 234 for Click This Video to Feed a Streamer. And 171 for Last Friday with Corain. So that's pretty good. Anthony, were you here when I told you my story? I told my wiring story earlier. I did. Little Davis Mattek did electrical engineering yesterday in my house. I replaced a floodlight in my house. Liam is not dragging down the likes, but what happens is Liam and I co-stream those, so it's on his channel and it's on my channel. So that video is actually probably my most watched video of the week, because on Liam's channel, 1,600 views on my channel, and then yesterday on his channel, that video got 1,000 views. So that's actually like a wide view. Not even close, Dustin. Not even close. I was probably, I would bet I was probably the biggest loser on Underdog last year, actually. I did about 1,400 drafts, and I advanced across all my teams about 10%. I had 7 teams in the finals, and I did not win any of those finals. I'm going to take... You know what? I'm taking Jaden Daniels. We're going to do something different. I think my there is no reason C money. I need to fix it. Oh no. Honestly, dude, the moment just took me. I honestly, dude, I'm sorry. I apologize, bro. That was dark of me. Although, you know, it is what it is. I could have passed on Jaden Daniels, but I'm just like, I'm pretty light on Jaden Daniels, you know? Like being light on Jaden is not that comfortable of a position. Who's the ADP pick here? God, you know what? I would have rather had... All right, we just argued about Godwin for like 6 hours. I'm going to take him right there. Do I want Kyler this draft? I don't care, really. I got Jaden Daniels, so quarterback is solved. See, the issue with this Like I'm gonna keep it 100% real. No one wants to hear this. I don't really think I played that bad last year. Oh, come on. Do you even like that stack that much? Oh my God. Do you remember? Oh God, that guy was so annoying. Eddie thinks I played that bad. All right, again, maybe a hot take. I don't care that much about getting Jaden Daniels stacked. Jaden Daniels' best Week 17 outcome, his nutted Week 17 outcome is like all running. If I just like obviously not being in on Barkley in the second round, let's just be real. Terrible. Not really an excuse for it. But the Kamara and the Henry stuff, I mean, dude, I'd probably do it again. Not Kamara. You know what, dude? I'm just living here. This is gonna be this is a weird team. No, Run Good Rick. It was not AI generated based on what it knew about. I had to tell the thumbnail. So I said to get this thumbnail, I had to say create a fantasy football themed background for a thumbnail that I'm going to edit in Photoshop, put in a Diet Coke can, a Chipotle bowl, and nicotine gum, and then I had to sit and fiddle with it for 30 minutes. It's not that good. It's not that good yet. You do really have to fiddle with it a good bit to get the AI stuff that you want. All right, so I almost took Luther Burden with my last pick, and then he came back around anyways. So we got Garrett Wilson, Chris Godwin, Luther Burden. This will definitely be an 8 wide receiver, maybe a 9 wide receiver team. Honestly, probably a good lesson is just get 8% of your guys, even if you don't like it. Yeah. Also, this team could work out Travion and the Sharkus. You got a sick value there with Judkins at 76, brother. So you are chilling. So we got a very weird team here. The team I never draft. Genty, McBride, Garrett Wilson, Jaden Daniels, Chris Godwin, Travion Henderson, and Luther Burden the second. I've got some great grilled chicken waiting for me for lunch. Can't wait. I'm starving, bro. The new trend in offense is defenses are great at stopping the pass and bad at defending the run. I mean, I'll just say that I respectfully disagree that it's that simple. And defenses are always going to be at a slight disadvantage to offenses. Man, we are in a tough spot here. What do we do? I gotta get a wide receiver. I gotta get it. That was bad. But I could not. No. If you buy seafood in the Midwest, you know it's not fresh. The burden bags are pretty heavy. Just got an ad for Shields. Shields is sick. And Shields is the best. Wow, Jamie. at the old back when I used to be partners with Mr. Goulet. That is fun. So Jamie is one of the few people who knows just how short I really am. Jamie, one of the few people who knows how short I really am. There is Don says he lives on the coast. Our fishermen told me they ship their best catches one day inland. All right, dude. Stephon Diggs, we're setting up May. A true I never draft these guys team. There is a sushi spot very close to my house. And I mean, I don't know if I trust it, but I do get sushi from there every once in a while because sushi's really good. Me and Peter and Laird, yeah, Dion Lewis and Derrick Henry, real. I don't regret not drafting Saquon. I do regret not putting an exorbitant amount of money on him to go over 1K rushing yards. Yeah, real. Yeah, tuna the food. I mean, we have made you know, I mean, this is modern technology, brother. We can ship things anywhere. It's just not going to be, you know, you go to California, you can eat a fish that was swimming around that morning. I did backdoor my way to the 4% team prompt. It's true. I'll take the Jose Altuve of fantasy football, frankly. And I'm going to be, honestly, the wide receivers, I am worried, but I'm going to end up being fine at running back with that Travion. So we can't complain about that. I did see a pretty good like highlight video of Diggs, but like, you know, who knows what that's worth. All right, Drake May. That probably is the first May Diggs team I have. That is probably the lone May Diggs team in my whole portfolio. The IRL group chat was not as excited about the Salina Liberty jerseys as I thought. Diggs does have dog in him. That's true. Is that true? Diggs and Rashi are rehabbing together. Oh, of course you can tell the difference. I mean, Blake, I'm cutting right now, brother. So I'm doing stuff like I'm eating tuna out of a can, brother. You feel me? What do we do? B-Rob or Higgins? Probably Higgins, frankly. We'll make it up at running back later. My actual thought on new WNBA GOAT Paige Beckers is that was not even the best player in her class, which I just think is really funny. The girl Malanga from France is like way better than her. But of course Paige is great, dude. I'm lit. I actually have a really cool I have a Indiana Fever Caitlin Clark jersey, but it's stylized like the Pacers stuff. Like it's blue, it's the maize, it's the maize and blue. Maybe I'll wear that for opening week at WNBA or whatever. Now, this is fair, but it's not actually. I just read what's his name? I just read Jonathan Gavoni's tweet about it. Yes, hot sauce with the canned tuna, which is actually good, right? Hot sauce with tuna. I mean, it's not that good, but it's all right. Now, Lith, I think, I mean, and Paige is good too, but Haley Lith is also really, really good. All right, this is a Javonte Williams-ass team. There's never been a more Javonte Williams-ass team. Dude, you want to know the freaking macros on canned tuna? Because this was just the first thing I pulled up. So obviously I do a lot of I eat a lot of processed shit like whey protein bars and stuff. So like you don't want your body to have that much of the shit in it. Look at this, the 5-ounce can. No fat, no carbs, 20 grams of protein for 90 calories. No fat, no carbs, and it's not processed. It's real food. Let's do Thielen. Adam Thielen just feels right. Okay. Processed is different than like, yes, it's cut and it's done, but like, do you know what has to happen for whey protein to exist? So much shit has to go into whey protein. Also, yeah, like even your ground beef is processed. Yeah, I'm straight Tabasco. I'm straight Tabasco too. Tabasco over Frank's for me. Yeah, I don't. So what I do, I'm sure you guys do this, but I won't eat tuna back-to-back days because of the mercury. So like if I had tuna yesterday, I'm not going to eat tuna today. Yeah, it's also, I mean, yes, I would only eat tuna out of a can when I'm trying to lose weight, like when I'm trying to lean down. Yes, I do. I get vitamin E, but I also take a probiotic and fiber and stuff. Louisiana is also really good. Yeah, I mean, what did I have for breakfast? I had 3 eggs cooked in olive oil and a protein bar. My macros from this morning: 541 calories, 64 grams of protein, 23 grams of fat, 15 grams of carbohydrates from the protein bar, which really I shouldn't even be eating, you know? See, overnight oats are good macros, but they're gross is the issue. Yeah, got to do the psyllium musk. Wow. We might actually get the Giddens Harvey on this one. Love 24-hour fast. It's tough, but you'll feel great. Tuna salad Mexican style with mustard, tomato, celery, lime juice, like ceviche. I love talking to fishermen that eat mackerel every day and say, "What mercury?" Well, doesn't the mercury maybe kind of come from Damn, you got me back. You got me back, the Sharkus. You did. No, it's not about flavor, it's about texture. The texture to me is it's too mushy. All right. So, as everyone fucking knew, Aaron Rodgers told the Pat McAfee show, "I'm open to anything and attached to nothing. Retirement could still be a possibility, but no decision about 2025 so far. Go to jail. Go to jail, Aaron. Go to jail, dude. Oh. I hate that guy, man. I really do. This guy is unbelievable. Why is the player bar at the top never centered? Because I always end up futzing with it. I will fix it right now though, because it moves automatically if I do this, right? Yeah, people in here were saying it. My team is Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Ashton Genty, Travion Henderson, Javonte Williams, DJ Giddens, Garrett Wilson, Chris Godwin, Luther Burden, Christian Kirk, Stephon Diggs, Jaden Higgins, Adam Thielen, Trey McBride, and Zach Ertz. Got Zach Ertz. That Aaron Rodgers update just like ruined my day. He's so fucking annoying. %. He would love to do it the first night of the NFL draft. I'm about to take... Oh, dude, I was going to take Eckler. All right, I'm going to take Corum. Sure. Blake Corum. Wide receiver, running back 5. Yeah, you know this dude. Yeah, the Steelers not signing him until after the draft to throw off the scent. I got bad news for you, brother. I definitely think it's possible. Kirk is going to be traded after the draft. Flacco getting less money than Stidham. I definitely view that as possible. No. What did Puka most recently say? Where's Presser's radio? He hasn't been here for a stream in forever. Where has Puka been? Or where has Presser's been? We're about to take his boy Demario Douglas. We're about to take Douglas if it's allowed. Guys, where is he? Someone find Pressers. Where's he been? 100%. 100% Puka. Yes. Puka definitely does believe some crazy stuff. He just said the 49ers ain't winning with Purdy on a big deal. Well, he's probably right. I mean, I feel like Polk is no chance starting. I feel like Mac Hollins is probably starting over Polk. What you want with Douglas is you want them to do less 12 personnel. That's the deal. You just want less 12 personnel from them. Round earthers will never get it, man. I'm convinced Josh Allen is going to the Rams. Yeah, I got the sense they signed Diggs to play outside as well, but you never know. I don't think they are going to draft an X. Diggs is not slot, really. That is not really It's not really been the way he's been used the last couple of years. He was last year for Houston, but not even that much, actually. I'm pulling it up right now. Diggs. Slot rate by year. 52% last year, but before that, 35, 34, 20, 31, 16, 22, 23, 62%, 16%. So for his career, only 30% of his snaps have come inside. Yeah, I would guess probably 80% outside for him. That sounds right to me. All right, we definitely need. God, we need some kind of chaperone here. You know what? Antonio Gibson. How's that for a chaperone with Drake May? Wow. Someone brave enough to be bullish on Jalen Polk. You stream long enough, you stream for 3 hours and people will just be admitting to anything. People will say anything in a YouTube chat. Yeah, I agree. Gibson I think is Gibson in the league probably not. But I needed a chaperone. All right, we're taking Savion. I was about to take Booty, but I already took Douglas and Diggs. Savion just feels fun. Maybe Savion is a commander. Daniels and May, I'll see. I might take a quarterback in round 20, maybe. Savion is this year's Malachi Corley. You're probably pretty right, Manly Moose. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, Savion could be anything. There are many things that Savion Williams could be. Not many of them good. But you do never know. Savion is a big boy. Yes. Savion Williams weighs 225 pounds and he's 6'4". What position I think you want him to play running back, right? I think the idea is you want him to play running back. I don't think he's dynamic enough as a receiver, probably. Disbanded Brother does not want me to take a third quarterback. All right, I won't. I was about to take Jalen Milroe, but now I won't. Now I will take a running back. I will take a running back of indeterminate quality or ability. But Miles wants Milroe. Nick says no Milroe. We'll do little ETN. We'll do little ETN. Done. All right. Final team of the 3 hour and 33 minute long stream. Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Ashton Genty, Travion Henderson, Javonte Williams, DJ Giddens, Blake Corum, Antonio Gibson, Trevor Etienne, Garrett Wilson, Chris Godwin, Luther Burden, Christian Kirk, Stephon Diggs, Jaden Higgins, Adam Thielen, Demario Douglas, Savion Williams, Trey McBride, and Zach Ertz. Done. I'm going to go get some sun. And I'm not going to do one more, brother. Unless you sent this before I did one more, in which case you already got your wish. All right, boys. I will be back tomorrow morning with Mr. Pat Corain, and we're going to be done. We are going to finish up the road to $250,000. We are going to have streamed all 150 big boards. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. tell a friend. You know, do what you got to do. Help the business, help the brand grow. And I'll see you guys all back tomorrow.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks